Good evening, everybody. Good evening, and welcome to Encounters, the late night spiritual UFO talk show. I'm CmdrAleon. Glad to have you all with us. It is almost 11 p.m. Eastern. It's about 10:58. Cosmic Christie, Anya, 230, Johnny, Jocelyn, Writer Boy. Good to see you, brother. AB Steele, user 376. Everybody, we had a great show last night. My show from last night is on my YouTube channel, Ashtar Command Spaceship News. If you missed it, we had a phenomenal show last night as well. All our shows are on the YouTube channel. So if you missed any of the encounter shows, hey, Chrissy, you can see them on my YouTube channel. And we've caught up with all the shows. I only was behind, I think, 2 shows or something. But so welcome to Encounters. Hey, Lavola, good to see you. Blessings to you. Fluffy, Neely. Good to have everybody with us here. New people, long-time, viewers of the show. Welcome, everybody. And we will, hey, Half Pint, good to see you. I hope Ray's not sleeping. I hope Ray's awake. I'd like to see that new ship. And hey, good to see you, hey. DJ Alex, Rico, welcome. Hey, Jim, good to see you. Shell Bell, welcome to the show. FD Hayes, I think it is. Diana Ray, welcome. Good to see you. User 936. He is in bad day for him. Oh, I hope it becomes better. Young Skywalker, good to see you. I was hanging out, enjoying April's live tonight, and that was a beautiful thing to sit there and just kind of chill out. And it's good to have everybody coming in here. And April is back on Earth, so she's back on the planet. Hey, Alicia, good to see you, sister. Welcome. Welcome, everybody. Viola, welcome. Kevin Page. Good to have everybody coming in here from everywhere. Jean Olot. That's a good name. Sanford Hoffman, welcome. CW196. I got 5 ships today. Oh, you took pictures of 5 ships? I'd love to see those pictures. Definitely. And good to have everybody coming in here. We have viewers all over the world. Real Talk, good to see you. Hey, all, I hope everyone is well tonight. Love to all. Love to you as well. Fordham, welcome. Roger Womack, welcome to the show. And everybody, please share and like. Freddie, hey, Freddie, good to see you, brother. Hope everything's going good there in Puerto Rico. Hey, good to have everyone here. Good evening, Cheryl, and everybody coming in here. Natasha, hey, Natasha. Yeah, Starlink is pretty cool. Drummer Jones, hey, good evening. Karen Stevens, good evening. Jenny Colbert, good evening. And I think you're in Hawaii. Good to have you with us over there, too. Love Martinez, welcome. Starlight, 1962, good evening. Starseed, welcome. Mandy Moo, that's a good name. Mandy Moo Polo. User 353, thanks for sharing the live. Alaska, welcome, Alaska. I didn't get the whole thing. Ray, Kelly Lee, everyone coming in here. Conscious Vibrations, good to see you always. Please share and like. Rosie Rose. Now, this is the #1 spiritual UFO talk show on social media. Lovebug, that's a good name. Good evening, Lovebug. Nara Wilson, Rachel Maz, Manuel Carrillo. Welcome, Mariel. I think it's Manuel Carrillo. Alexia, welcome, Alexia. Pedro, welcome. Ruben Rivera, welcome. Good to have everybody, all the new people coming in here. Joker, welcome, Joker. Yeah, I do believe it. Magic One, blessings to you, Magic One. T-Bone, welcome to the show. And please share and like and share with people that you feel would be really into this. Not everybody is, but those that are. Thank you for the roses, Magic. Much appreciated so much. Linda, good to see you. Much love back. Karen82, good evening. And if you're not, if this is like the first time you've been on my show, thank you for the donuts, half pint. I will eat them very slowly. I love donuts. Consciousness, thank you for the roses. Thank you. So if you don't know a lot about me, I am not from Earth. Real talk, thank you for the roses. I'm from Mars originally. I am living here on Earth. I live in this human bodysuit, so to speak, but I'm not from here. I'm also a person that is with the Ashtar Command off planet. And my space body is in a thing called stasis on a special spaceship. My space body is in stasis. Many of you, if you are not from here, you have a space body as well. It's not exclusive. It's inclusive to a lot of people that are waking up who they are. So good to have you with us. I'm also a talk show host for 21 years of WESU's Voice of One. Good to see you. Of the Ashtar Command radio show for 21 years, Cosmic Eye. And I'm dedicated to the mission. You'll know that I'm always here to bust the matrix on this planet, and I do bust the matrix. I'm also a person that does workshops where I take people off planet to the golden ship of light, which is a physical ship as big as the Earth. It is very far away from this particular realm, but it does exist. And I take people there to meet their star family and to reconnect with their cosmic family, and then they come back and keep a journal. Did I find anything out about the treaty? Not yet. I was looking at the different pictures on your page for the new ship that you mentioned. I don't know what I was looking for, but I couldn't find it. And so there's a lot going on for us as people here. Wesley, thank you for the roses so much. I appreciate that, brother. Thank you. Hey, Joey, good to see you, brother. Good to have everybody coming in here. Anyway, Rachel, thank you for the chili. Everyone just enjoy themselves, get a meditation pillow, a couch or something to sit on, relax. My studio is really big around the world. We can fit everybody all over the planet in this room. Not even a problem. Yeah, if you find it, send it to me. I didn't know what to look for. Now, thank you again for the roses, Rachel. Thank you so much. We appreciate all your gifts and support. It means a lot to me when people do that. Commander, friends with fairies, needs help. Can't afford food. So we will definitely get people to help support her. As she gets on here tonight, we will definitely ask people to help her out unconditionally. You know what the word unconditional means. If we are light workers, if we are people of love, we help one another unconditionally, right? Creative, thank you for the heart me. And we just got to make sure she gets, healed and everything before the weekend of May 25th. That's a few weeks away. We want to make sure she's totally healed. Her health comes way, way first. It's so important. And let's see, Aries, welcome. And we help each other, right? That's what we're here to do, right? We're here to help each other. And that's what we're supposed to do. Hey, Commander, I could join the ages. Hope everyone is well tonight. Giesel Adams, have you had any significant other or children before you came to Earth? Giselle, that's a great question. I don't even think off planet if I have anybody off planet not that I know of. I haven't been told I do. I don't think I do. But I don't know. I don't think I do. That's a good question, Gazelle. Yes, I was on the live too, Larry. I was listening to that. So we'll get some people to help her. If she comes on, we're gonna take a little time to help our sister. And if anyone does help her, it has to be unconditional. No, like, oh, I just helped you, now you owe me. No, it doesn't work that way. We just will help each other unconditionally, right? That's what we do. That's what we're supposed to do. And yeah, it's going to be a good show tonight. And I know she's probably still alive now. And if she comes in, we'll get her on live. Just Jane Doe, good to have you with us. And yeah, it's been an interesting day. I'm just glad Monday is over with on Earth. We got through Monday, right? And now we're Monday's done. Always Monday is the big leap, big jumping day to get through Monday. Then it seems the rest of the days are a little bit better because you're now going towards the weekend. Hey, Sonia, good to see you. Yeah, we have to help with that, right? We have to help with that because that's what we do. Trisha North, you're ready for some sleep. Oh, yeah, it's Tuesday in Australia. It's still Monday here until midnight. So the way the show works here, if you are over 18, you're welcome to join us. Over 200 followers or over 800 followers will get you the ability to go live on visual live, and 200 followers on video. If you have to be over 18, no foul language, no drugs, no drinking, no smoking, and no paranormal discussion, and no cursing. Those are the rules that I keep on the show. And this is one of the top UFO spiritual shows here on social media. Gypsy Granny, welcome. Denise, welcome to our show, Encounters. My name is CmdrAleon, your host. Kit Kat, good to see you. And good to see everybody coming in here. I'm in such a, I'm always in a mellow mood, but I'm feeling very at peace, very at peace. Rita Sanders, good to have you with us. There was like this epiphany when I was meditating this morning, like, you know what? It's going to be a good day today. I don't care what's going on right now. I'm just going to zoom into, hey, Cliff, good to see you, Papa Smurf. I'm just going to go into the mode of, if you're not going to be out there in the world, wherever I go, if I'm outside in the regular world, which I was today, I'm going to have, no one's going to get in my way out there in the world that's going to affect me. And that's the kind of day I had, It was really good. I'm having a tough past couple of days. Anyone else? I'm sure some people are, There's big energy shifts going on right now, so I can imagine people having some hard times. A lot of energy shifts going on here. That affects everybody. Definitely affects everybody. And I'm reading your comments. Reading all the comments from everybody. I think they come down, and so things to me in my sleep, my footsie. Cosmic Christy, you had headaches all day. But there's definitely big energy shifts, and they're going to affect everybody differently. My footsie and everybody else. It will affect you. You seem very calm and relaxed tonight, Commander. I feel extremely calm. I don't know what it is. I think I felt about an hour ago. I was out of body. I went out of body about an hour ago, and about maybe a little after 10, I woke up. Thank you, River Blue. I appreciate that. Felita says, I kept crying during a movie and I never cry. I questioned it. I think we're releasing emotions and going through a lot of stuff here to let go of old energies and things. The Schumann resonance blasted us yesterday, and we have had solar flares. That could be doing it. Yep. Let's see. Real Talk says they always come in my dream. Thanks for the roses, Paranormal. Let's see, am I going to catch up to people? And welcome everybody in here. I hope I know things are really kind of crazy out there, and things are kind of nutty, but yeah, I've been going out of body a lot, and I don't know about anyone else, but I tend to go out of body, and I think I'm getting a lot of downloads. But I wake up before I have to go live. I wake up at least an hour before, So yeah. You have seen something too. We have some major shifts of energy on the planet right now that are affecting every single person out there. I believe that to be true. Do you have any feelings on why I was so nauseous today? I don't really have a feeling about that. Living water, most likely it's the energy that's coming into the earth that's affecting you. I just think it's affecting everybody, I think everyone's just getting affected by things. And it's really kind of early, so we'll get into. Larry says something big is coming to Earth in August. Hey, user 403, good to see you. Thank you, River Blue, for the cowboy hat. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. We'll be bringing guests up here in a few minutes. We're just getting into the energy here. So we're definitely bringing some people up here in a little bit. I had a mini dust and leaves tornado purple my car today. Interesting. Around the car, okay. Did April make it yet? April will be here. I know she was I was hanging out in April's live listening to a little bit of what was, when she came back from the ship. And yeah. And just want to give prayers and healing energy to April. Sometimes it's me. You're not blocked. You're right there. Why would you be blocked? You're right there. Sometimes it's me. We got you. Hey, Scott Hammonds. Good to see you. I thought we all... maybe. Let me see if she is in here. She's not here yet. I'm going to send her an invite. And she's still live. I don't know if she's still on her live or whatever, but she's here. The funny thing is I just sent her invite and bam, wouldn't you know it, she's right here. And we're gonna bring our friend, our sister April on. We'll be doing, we'll have different people come on with us, and yeah, so our sister is back on planet, and as I told her, I knew she was going to go off planet the time when we spoke the other night. I just didn't know when. And it's just good. I just want to say I love everybody out here. If I didn't say that to you at all, everybody that's here, I just want to send my love to all of you. You're all beautiful people, and don't ever forget that you are a beautiful person, everybody, and we're all in this together, it's just a thing that we're all in this together. Whatever happened when I got downloaded, the energy field I'm in right now is a pure blessing. Pure love. That's the essence of everything, right? Pure love. If we can love one another all over the world, we will have no more wars, lands being destroyed, people being destroyed. It's so, it hurts to see all these children that have perished because of greed, and people on earth who just feel they have to do what they do. And we just need to become a planet of love and understanding, and just understand that we need to live together, live in a new way. I think that all of you here, from what I can get, are part of a new wave of energy, that we're going to be the way showers for this planet. Many of you will be, whether you realize it or not. With all the crazy stuff going on the earth, we're really the ones that are going to bring that light where there's no light, where there's been confusion, those things. One's doing it, all of us together. And that's a beautiful thing to look forward to, right? It really is. If we can manage to leap forward, we have so many beautiful things we can do together. I really believe that. So whatever happened to me when I was sleeping, I know I was taken off planet and downloaded with information. And whatever's happening, I'm just going with it. It's just really important to understand the very well-being of our Mother Earth and what we can do to help our planet. All the children of the world need our love and our compassion and understanding. And if we can do that, we will transform our planet to a much better place. I was thinking when I came back out from being out of what I call the sleeping state, or being downloaded when that happens, that we are really going to make a difference, all of us. Okay, that's not happening. I don't know what that is. I really don't know what that is. So yeah. Blessed Mom says, I've been having weird cold tingling sensations in my body when I sleep. I'm dreaming, but I'm aware. Yeah, I've seen that. When you are like half sleeping, or you're sleeping, you're half in this realm and you're half in another cosmic realm or something. I'm trying to catch up with all the things here. Frank, we're doing well. Hope you are too. Now, let's see here. And we're going to bring April up here because I'm the host of the show. And I can do that. And, we're just glad that April's back on Earth, as I knew she would be. And we send our love to our sister and everybody out there. And I have my IT. Why does my screen always do that? Whenever I have people on, my screen goes dark.
It's because I'm on that phone. It's messing with you.
I guess I have to learn, and the thing is, I have my earpods on. They're fully charged up and they're in sync with my phone, and nothing's happening. So now I have to take them off because they're not working. I'm going to have to bring this into a phone place. Good evening.
Hello.
I'm going to turn my volume up a little bit here. How you doing?
I am good. And
Good to have you.
if anybody wasn't in my live earlier and you did witness my live yesterday, I just want to say that there's nothing scary about me because I know a few people were worried. You don't ever have to worry when I go with my space family. I go with them willingly, and they love me and would never do anything to harm me. So I just want to put that out there. And I know because I know a few people, I got a bunch of messages and I couldn't answer them all. Like I didn't, because I was at the doctor's all day today. So I couldn't be on my phone messing around, but I just want people to know that I am always safe when I am with my family. And I even got a snapshot of Gan. He came in as well. That is
cool.
my new Anunnaki buddy. And he popped in, and I got a screenshot of him. I'll send it to you, Commander, of Gan coming in. But he popped in on the other side, and it was hysterical because he was doing it to be a smart butt, if you know what I mean. And he his voice sounds nothing like how big that he is because he's a very large being and only his head can fit through the rift. So when he speaks, he's very high pitched and he speaks very fast. So
Oh my gosh.
my
Yeah.
father said it's time for us to go, and he popped his head in on the other side. Yes, it's time for her. I can't even do it. He's like, yes, it's time for us to go, but he talks very high pitched and very
They
fast.
talk like
So
this, like they say, like, it's time for us to go.
yes, yes, just like that.
Okay.
I can't do it. But yes, just like that. And so he popped his head through and he said that. And then he was kind of laughing and he popped out. And then they were outside waiting for me when I got pulled through the wall. So,
And then he's saying, okay, it's time for us to go, but you're going down the wrong road. Yeah, I got to pull you down the other one.
yes.
Come with me.
I
You
try
know
not
me,
to
I can
laugh
do the
at him, but it's
impressions.
funny.
That's really cool. Now, we had talked about, remember we were on and I said, I think April, you're going to be going off planet soon.
Yes.
Well, what that was like 2 or 3 nights ago?
Yes.
That was kind
Yes.
of, this is, I tell people, like you said, you know how that works.
Yeah, and the funny thing about it is that thank you so much for the gifts, guys. And the funny thing about it is that like I called upon them last night because I was hoping to pull in Johnny's parents because
Oh,
Johnny does have parents too, and
mm,
they're very very connected with my family, and so I wanted them because we've talked about Kit Kat's family, we've talked a lot about mine and your family, but I didn't stop and think that I never really talked about the others' family. So I'm just like, this might be a good time to start talking about them too, because
yeah,
I've had interactions with them all.
yeah, every
The
one of
ones
them.
that are here, and Johnny's family is very very close with my family, and your family as well, but more with my family, but they actually live on the same ship, is where that our parents travel around on. That's where they choose to stay, because Johnny is an only child. He does not have any siblings. But
Thank
his
you.
parents definitely stick around close to wherever our families go. So
Mm,
I was hoping that they would come through last night, or somebody on behalf for Kit Kat. But I got messages for Kit Kat and messages for Johnny on this
oh,
trip.
good, good,
So
good,
that
good.
was awesome.
They'll be happy to get that information, I'm sure. You know.
Yeah, for sure.
It's we know a little bit. We know about each other's families.
Yeah.
They don't know so much about their own, and I
Yeah.
think this. Thank you for the confetti, Gerard. But they don't know much about their own, and you know, I Chesno was on with me this morning with his puppy, and we were on doing one out. We did a 1 hour and 15 minute or 20 minute or something live, and yeah, so we were talking in general about things because a lot of people don't know what's happening to the planet and what we're all doing in generalities.
Hmm.
And but there's some beautiful things. As much as the world is really kind of crazy right now that we're living on the surface, there's a lot of things that are going to change on Earth that we all know about. I know,
Yeah.
April, and it's just a
Yeah.
really beautiful. As much as things are the way they are, they're going to be so much better once we're able to do what we need to do as a whole, collectively.
Yeah, and the great thing about it is, they really want to. With this last trip, they took me down to some ice caves that they have
Hmm.
been using for storage for some of their technology that they have been storing down there for a really long time.
Hmm.
And it was really cool when we went down there because we walked through this like ice tube,
I
and this walkway kind of rolled out every time we took a step. Like 5 or 6 steps would pop out in front of us, and then lighting would start lighting up down this like dark, I don't know, it looked like a giant tube that you were walking down, but it was a corridor, all
Wow.
of ice. And then we ended up into this huge ice cavern cave that all this equipment and stuff and ships and things were stored in.
Oh my
Um,
gosh.
and they've been here for a really long time, but they have been slowly bringing all this equipment down. But the stuff that they were showing me has been waiting for a really long time down there.
Wow.
And this is all like medical stuff, stuff that's to help humanity, because
Hmm.
they've been in the works for this for a while. Um, and there was ships down there, medical equipment, and these ships that they have down there. These are some of their more. They're not the super advanced ships that they have now. They're a little bit older ships, but these ships, they're going to be they're bringing all this stuff up, is what's going to happen, and they're going to teach human beings how to drive this stuff and how to make this stuff.
How to drive this? How to
Drive
operate
the
the ships?
spaceship.
They're going to train
Yep.
us to be pilots, so to speak.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
In a whole different way than what you would think. Like we have pilots that have commercial airline jet licenses. These things we're going to be flying if you become one of these pilots are
Mm-hmm.
spaceships that go intergalactically beyond Earth, and
Exactly. And
it's
so that's what they're going to be doing. And but they have different type of medical equipment down there too. It's just not these med beds. Everyone thinks that the med beds are the end of all, that's all they need are med beds, but they have other equipment and stuff that they use too, other technology, and they have all this stuff stored down there. So I got to see all that. And then we had also had talks of, and they showed me more stuff that they had been doing, and they said that I was okay to talk about some of the stuff about the dark matter stuff, but they not the one thing that I had talked to you about, the darker
yeah,
part of that. But they said that we could talk about the fact that and guys, this is not to spread fear, because I just, before I even talk about this, just know that the Ashtar command is on top of it, and so
yeah.
there's no danger or anything like that.
Not to humans, no danger at all. It's just
No.
this. It's basically if they said April can share this, it's just for historical information, and that's all it is. It's going to be based on history. It's not going to be part of what's happening on Earth or what's happening, on a global scale or beyond Earth. So I should say is if they gave permission from the command for her to talk about this, it's just more of a historical perspective, as April's saying, not to bring fear to people on Earth. It's just that this stuff is no longer going to be. It's not going to be allowed, so to speak. Correct?
No. And so, so essentially what had happened was is that when the eclipse had happened, they decided that they were going to let off these specific rockets, and what they were doing was messing around with dark matter.
Yeah.
And so what they did with, inadvertently, what they had done was they had opened up portals that were not supposed to be opened. And the Ashtar command has since then closed them. It's all fixed and better, because of the Ashtar command being on top of things the way they have been. But this kind of stuff is not going to be allowed anymore. So they're putting a stop to all this nonsense. But they really needed us. They wanted it. What they want is the truth to come out. And I saved this big piece of this information for the commander show, because he has a larger audience. And people need to know the truth about what is happening. And I know the commander show is all about telling the truth and busting the matrix. So, I saved this part of it for his show. Um, but essentially they are trying to, what the government is doing right now is they are trying to get on top of creating more fear and do things that they are not supposed to be doing, because they know that things are out of their control now. They can't stop this big contact from happening. They can't stop the world from changing. They can't stop any of it, and they're desperately trying to get control back of things, and it's just not happening. It's not happening for them. The Ashtar command is on top of it. And so when big contact does happen, they have no say. They really don't. It's all out of their control now, because now the truth is going to come out.
And the other thing is, not only that, what April's saying is true, because she was just she has been on the ship. The her father and the people on the ship, the councils, they have given her information about this, and I'm so thankful that we're able to have permission for you to share that with the people on here, because people need to know the reason why we have all these wars going on and all this stuff going on. It's to keep people confused. It's to keep people. They want to have control and do what they've always done: create wars, destroy people, destroy the environment. This is what the people in control on this earth, who are in power, want to do. The thing is, they want to have control of the subject of what is called UFOs and extraterrestrial intelligence. They have no control over this. This is the thing, that they have no control over this. Our show here is very protected by the Ashtar Command. I will tell you this right now. We will never have a problem on this show. And the reason why, the command is protecting this broadcast. They're protecting everybody that comes in here. I know this for a fact, because before I go on here, I always do a prayer of protection for everybody on the show. Wherever you are in the world, you are protected. And so now they know, and they've tried to, the command has made sure that the government cannot monitor my show. If
Yeah,
they try to monitor my show,
they stop it. They've
they'll
already
stop
done
it.
it. They've
Yeah,
already done it once. Yep, they
you know.
interrupted the whole broadcast. Remember that show? They
Oh,
interrupted
I
the
remember that
whole
night. They
broadcast.
really they jammed the government from even listening. Matter of fact, they probably messed around the government's communication devices, and the communications devices don't work anymore.
Yep, they tried twice during that show to cut through our communications, and the Ashtar Command was like, "Nope, not having it." They cut the whole
Not happening.
communication off. That was funny, but
It was.
they monitor mine and the commanders' lives, and they physically have told me this, that they monitor all our communications. That's the five of us, but mine and the commander, when we go live, our shows are very protected. Commander, I follow his cue, and I put protection over my lives as well. And right after, that's why it takes me a few minutes to come in here after my live, because again, I'm trying to clear everything out. Any negative energy that might have come in, it's all being cleared out at the end of the live as well, to make sure that everybody that comes into the live is protected.
You're not indisposed, are you? I was on your live. You were not indisposed. Are you able to come on screen with your beautiful, famous face?
Oh no, don't scare people.
You're not going to scare anybody. Now,
Nobody needs to
people ask me,
see all
"Oh,
this
can't?"
right now. Oops, I didn't. Hold on.
She's going to come on, folks. I know you want to see the famous April instead of just seeing the profile picture.
No, they like the profile. Stop trying to force it, Commander. Hang on
and
a second.
I will guarantee you that they're not going to take her onto the ship tonight. Because if they were, I would know that in like a nanosecond. She already went on the ship. You got to keep her here for a while. You know,
What am I doing here?
she's figuring out her technology there for a minute.
I never come on. I never, because I'm usually always in my pajamas by now.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you're not.
Hang on.
So we'll have her on here, folks. And you're watching Encounters. Like I said, I was saying to Tim earlier, April, that I was out of body earlier, and I woke up a little after 10. And then I said, oh, you know what? I'm going to hang out and see. I was on your live for a while, and I was hanging out listening. And I said, oh, I got to get up here, But I go out of body now a lot. I just like, when I get home, I just go out for a while. Not when my family's in the living room having dinner, but when when they're basically ready for sleep, I'm still up, and well, I'm up anyway. So yeah,
Hold on. I just figured something out. I'm going to
yeah.
bring up Gan myself. I'm going
When
to
she
show you.
turns the camera on, if you see any one of our space family members, just wave to them, because they're watching on a monitor on the spaceship. Our space families, believe it or not, I joke, but there is monitors on the spaceship where they can monitor and watch the show. They don't even need to subscribe to cable TV. It's all free up there. That's the beauty of the whole thing. It's all free, you know? And that's really the beauty of what is happening is the government cannot stop what's going to happen. I've said this for how long? And there's the real person. There she is. There's that beautiful smile.
That is
That
Gan.
And that's Gan. Gan's on towards me. He's the other outlining of the golden. Well, yeah, you can see his
This
face, and
is
it's
his
like looks like
head.
he's wearing something, right?
Yeah, he has a hat on. It's like a duck hat, and it's got a metal flip right here. But that's his eyes, his nose, his mouth
Yeah,
is down here, and that's how small my head is compared to his
yeah.
head.
And how tall is Gans as a human in
Oh,
his human
about
level?
15 foot tall. He's
He's
big.
50 feet tall.
He's
He,
big.
oh my God! And he went through the rift with his head. He was able to show his
That's all
head.
he could fit through it was his head.
What ship does he stand on?
Well, actually, the ceilings are very high on all the ships, so he can stand on any of them.
Oh, you mean still, even if he's 50 feet high, the ceilings are much higher than that.
Hmm. The ceilings are really high on these ships. I
Oh my
told you they were
gosh, I
like
didn't know that.
cathedral-sized ceilings. They're huge.
I just learned something I didn't know about the ceilings on the spaceship.
They're huge. They're
So when
really,
you're on the
really
ship,
tall.
you look up, you see these huge ceilings that are way up there, huh?
Hmm.
That's crazy. That's
And there's
really amazing.
crystals everywhere on the ships.
Wow.
People ask me how the ships are powered. I'm not exactly sure how they're powered, but I know a lot of it is powered and controlled by crystals.
Yeah, I mean that would
Mhm.
make sense. Before I came to Earth, my memory was that I worked with communications with crystals. We use crystals somehow to communicate, with different ships. The crystals not just they're like devices. These crystals that I was using, and
Mhm.
you communicate with different galactic ships.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
it's
just
all
just
natural.
like where your command station is at, like when where you would actually physically be working at, like you're in charge of like all these crystals. It's weird because they will put certain like big fat crystals or skinny crystals in certain holes, and they control certain things. It's weird, and like even their like their what you would consider like a control top
Yeah,
is all made out of crystal.
it's
I've
all
been in there.
crystals. Yeah,
Yeah, I've been on
it's all
this.
crystals.
Hmm.
I'll be interested that I want to get back on the ship to get reused to doing the crystal communications with the different ships. I love doing it. That was my main focus, was for all the different command areas to
Hmm.
use the crystals to communicate when they needed me to do that. That's really my main focus in the command off planet was communicate. It is communications.
And then the other thing that I noticed too is that the communication guys that were on there, they had like lights on their ears. Like they would push
Hmm.
something on their ear and that would like light up in their head. So they were like I don't know how they do it, but they had
Yeah.
like when they were talking, it was almost like a built-in cell phone in their head. All they did was push
Interesting.
something and it would light up and they would just talk.
It'd be
They
like an
also
ear
use their uniforms for speaking too.
uniform. It'd be like an ear pod. Like you have, like, I'm
Hmm.
using it. That's like probably the worst analogy, but when you put the ear pod in, it lights up, and you can hear other things. So what they were using was a communication device of some sort. Interesting. Hey, yeah, thank you. So there's all the aspects. How long were you on the ship for last night when you left? I was on your live in and out before you left, and then I must have left as that was happening,
Yeah,
and then you went
5 days.
off.
Oh, thank you. I love those ones. They're so cute.
Yeah,
5 days.
5 days.
Hmm.
And see, folks, 5 days is a long time. On Earth level, how long you were off the planet on the Earth level? Thank you, blessed. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, 5 days. I'm still missing a nail.
Well, that's
That's
right.
how I
You'll
tell
get.
how long I'm gone, guys, because when I'm taken onto the ship, I'm immediately put into a uniform. So I don't have anything but what is like my necklaces can stay on, my fingernails will stay on.
Mhm.
But now I'm constantly redoing my nails because I pop a nail off for every day that I see, every daylight that I see, I'll pop a nail off. That's how I keep track of the days that I'm with
Yeah.
them.
So you're basically keeping track through an advanced ability called nail popping.
Yes.
I don't know. I had to say
It's
that.
the
I don't
only
know.
way I can keep track. Like, it's not like I have a pencil or pen with me. I can just write this down,
You're
but
right. Yeah.
you know,
Interesting. Interesting. And for people that don't know who April is, she has been on the ships now 14 times.
14.
I'm keeping track 14 times already. And usually what'll happen is I will tell her that when she's on here, I will tell her, like, I feel she's going to go back on the ship for some reason. Now, I'm not saying that tonight because she already went on the ship. I don't feel anything tonight, but because she
No.
just came back. But when she is going to go on, if I'm on live together, I'll say, April, give it about 3 days, 4 days out, and I'll say, look, I know you're. I feel like this energy comes over me and says, I got to tell her she's going on the ship, and I'll tell her, oh, April, you're going to be going on the ship in a couple of days, and it just happens, right?
Right. We are all connected with each other. Just like I know, I have been going through a lot of like personal stressful stuff, and people that have been in my life knows what I'm
Yeah.
talking about. But um, also because we are all so connected with each other, like I know that just for instance that Kit Kat was really saddened by the fact that she found out that her parents are no longer with us, her space
Mm,
parents, and she was really looking forward to meeting them. And she's been really sad about it for the last few days, but we are all so in tune with each other. Like I've been crying because she's been upset,
yes.
and Johnny's been stressed out, so I've also been crying because of that. He's stressed
Yeah.
out because I'm stressed out. I'm stressed out because he's stressed out. It's a whole it's weird, but we're all connected with each other, all
Yeah, we are.
connected. Just like the commander knew that I was okay. That's why he wasn't so worried about me when I left. But everybody else did not know that. So
They didn't know that. They
I
wouldn't
got
know that.
hundreds of messages yesterday. People were worried, and you guys, you don't need to worry. If something like that happens again, I go with them willingly, and they love me. They would never do anything to hurt me or
No.
put me in danger.
And these are like, understand, folks, that if you're new to this, this is Encounters, the late night spiritual UFO talk show. That our parents on the ship, her parents, my parents, they are our parents off planet. So when we talk about biological parents, we have those too, right? But these are our non-biological parents, right? And so our non-biological parents love us just like our parents did, who might be still living in the biological earth form. Our parents off planet love us, very much so. You will find that when they take her on the ship, she has mission work to do. A lot of times, she has gotten used to it. I think April's more used to it now than she was the first time. But it's, so she's more comfortable when she goes off planet and they take her wherever they're taking her. They're giving her information that some of which can be publicly shared and some which cannot yet. But the stuff that can be publicly shared is stuff that you're not going to hear about from the Pentagon or the Ministry of Defense or anything, because we're doing something our world governments don't want us to do, and that's tell you the truth of what's going to happen on the planet. What we're doing here on this show, I don't care if it's the most popular UFO show on YouTube, we are doing something way more important, which is telling you the truth. And like I said, April's protected, I'm protected, the show's protected, you're protected, and the command will never let anything happen to the show or April or anybody. And that's what's driving them nuts. They can't penetrate the show. They can't penetrate the information and the truth that we're giving you. We're not channeling anything. We're not sitting here doing La La Land on Facebook and saying, I am the great czar, and we want to tell you we've been watching you for 10 years, and we're going to send you all flowers tomorrow from the sky. They're going to fall out of the sky, multicolored flowers from our spaceship. And you will all be, once you pick one up, you will be feeling la la and very happy la la. And you'll be saying la la to everybody on the streets of New York, Paris, and Rome. And that will transform the planet, brothers and sisters. It'll be multicolored plants that will make you say the word la la. So see what I'm saying? Basically, I'm kind of half kidding, but what I'm saying is that's what people have done on Facebook for years. They always came with these grandiose things of all this information, like, oh, we're gonna help you. We're here for you. We love you. Just be with us in your thoughts. And then, and so we don't do that here. Basically, what we do here is we tell you the truth. What we hear is April's really physically going on a ship. She's not having a dream about it. She's not thinking, wouldn't it be great someday on Earth if I went traveling somewhere? It's everything we're telling you is to prepare you for things that are going to happen. And that's part of my mission, is to break the matrix, as April said. to do all the interviews we've done since last year, since I came up here on this platform. I've interviewed so many people, and I think that the stories people tell is what we call disclosure. Disclosure comes from you, from your stories, from your experiences. That's what makes this show a beautiful space for people, because my goal is to get people to get out of their shyness and to share their experiences. And that's the one thing world governments don't want you to do. They don't want you to come out. They want you to be afraid to share your interactions with space people. Don't be afraid. Don't ever be afraid. Be strong, because we are winning a PR battle against the world governments right here on the show. That we have our star families, our space people. The Ashtar Command is here now. They've always been here, but there's many more ships coming in the future from all over the multiverse that are of the galactic family of light, known as the Ashtar Command. And you know, people need to know what we're doing, what April's doing when she goes on the ship. We're one group of 5. There'll be many other groups of 5 people that we have no idea who these people are, where they are. They could be in the Middle East, they could be anywhere, but there'll be other people that'll be activated, and in that group of 5, those people will be getting their information. So everything is well planned, I think, from a galactic level, right, April?
I think they did a really good job. I mean, they put a lot of thought and planning into how they were going to do this, and each one of us, group of 5, have a specific mission that we can't talk about yet. And then, but each group has like their own specific mission, and ours is separate from whatever theirs is. But as a collective, all of us, all the groups of 5's job is to help usher humanity into the new world and everything that is going to be changing and happening, and to be able to go through it with no fear. Because that's what it's about, guys. It's about loving each other. It's about helping our neighbor. It's about helping ourselves. It's about changing everything as we know it. Because we're going to get away from all this stuff like money and people in power and people, being able to rule over us and, keep us doing jobs to work for money for things that we need, like heat, housing, food, things like that. These are things that we should have automatically, things that we shouldn't have to be paying for, so
Right.
these are the things that we want to get away from and things that we want to start doing for ourselves. And they're coming with this great technology to teach us how to grow and mass produce food and, just, grow giant 200-pound watermelons for the whole block to share.
Right. And or to grow 200 pearls that are small for every little baby in the world. And so, yeah, what April's saying is true. So the dynamics of how this works, everything is divinely planned by the command. Everything they do is in divine timing. So people would say 10. I remember when I do workshops 10, 20 years ago, people say, well, when are they coming? When are they going to come? And I would tell them they're already here around the world. There's just not a large group yet of the spaceships here, but they are coming. I said they're doing what they can do, and they are coming, and people have to be ready for it. And we're here to tell people that not only are these things happening, but they are definitely here to assist our planet in a most beautiful way. So when you look at the synergy of energy that we all have on this planet and everything, I've been really focused on putting my meditation into healing, sending light energy where there's conflict. I'll do that in my meditations, and if there's any way we can make things better on Earth right now, I know it's really hard for some people to go through what we all do. Now, I'm living on this planet. I work like anybody else, even though I don't come from Earth. I still work here. I live in the environment that I'm able to live in. We all do what we are to do, and we don't know what our lives would be like when we're here being adults on Earth, but we're all doing things, and sometimes it's a struggle. But in the bigger part of the thing is, even if it's a struggle, we know that there's a light at the other end of the tunnel, and we're going through that light. We are the light. We are bringing that light. And you can have times when you say, well, I don't want to get up this morning. We all do. We're human still, right? We live on this planet. We are human. We have human emotions. We can't get away from that. But we also know there's another part of us that is the person that's from off planet, like April, myself, and others, many of you, that we have the human part of us, our human consciousness, our human experience, and we also have our galactic knowledge and our galactic experience. As we wake up with that experience, we will know truly that everything's not as terrible as it seems. It seems like it could be in a lot of ways, but in the truth is, we are well protected and we'll be guided and helped, and we'll be able to get through whatever we're getting through. I mean, I have days in my human experience I never talked about. I say, man, I wish today was a better day. You know, I'll have like this day, like, why is, at work things the way they are? But then I know that I can't wait to get out and go home and relax with my family. And then the next day, I say, you know what? I'm not going to have that day anymore. I had that day. Whatever happened, I'm putting a bubble of protection around me. It's not happening. And when I get in that mode, nothing happens because I get affected by human experiences. We all do because we all have them, right? It's just part of the experience of living on Earth. It's not easy to live on Earth, right? I know many of you probably feel the same way. Um, and we get through it, and we will, because we have so many beautiful things to look forward to in the next 2 years or less. We have so many beautiful things coming our way. If we just focus on the beauty of life, we will actually be part of that beauty. We'll be the flower that's blooming in the spring. We just have to remember we are each a flower that is blooming from the winter into the spring, and we are the ones that are going to facilitate the changes that we wish to have on our planet.
Right. Johnny says he can't wait for you to go on the ship and say Tahar. That's why I started laughing. I was like,
When I go on the ship, and I think we're going on less than a year, I guess is the timeline, or the 12 months. So this is less than 12 months away. We started in January, February, March, April, and we're in May. So we're less than 12 months away on this year. So probably before the end of the year into 2025, before 2025, I think that's when we're,
I'm not putting any time limit on it. When it happens, it happens.
yeah,
We just know it's going to happen before big contact. When they they come with no rhyme, no reason. When they show up, they
right.
just show up. You know how it is, Commander.
Well, I know when they show up at my house and the rift opens up, the
He's
first word
running.
I'm going to, the first thing I'm going to say is Tahar,
He's running.
what
He's
took you
carrying
so
a
long?
grocery bag with him too, empty, so he can bring back some pearls and some tahars with him.
I'm going to say, I'm going to bring back some Tahar, and we're going to have a Tahar Tahar talk with each other. I get safe all the time when I say that word, and my goal, I didn't even put my goals up tonight, folks.
I know.
I
I
have
was
some
whenever
hats
you got
here.
here, you brought me on the screen. I'm all thrown off.
I'm definitely, I just put the hat up, the other hat, the disco hat, which I like too. That's pretty cool. But getting back to what we're talking about, we really don't know when it's going to happen in terms of all of us going on the ship. I keep getting the number 12, which is 12 months. What it keeps, like, the number 12 keeps hitting me. So I'm going to go with that because that's the only thing that I keep getting, number 12, number 12, number 12. Now, I have no idea what that means. It could be 12 months. I know it's not 12 years, but I know it's going to be probably somewhere soon in the next year and a half or
No, he
two.
said you can only have 12 pearls when you go on the ship. That's it. So, I'm just kidding. He's
Well,
sending you messages. Only 12 pearls for you.
tell him that he can only have one big 200-pound watermelon on the ship, and it has to be shared with everybody on the ship. One big watermelon. As a matter of fact, this is my wager. When my watermelons are ready in end of August, in order for them to get a watermelon, they're going to have to take me on the ship from my living room. I'll have a watermelon sitting here with me in the living room, and they'll have to take me on the ship with the watermelon in hand. As a matter of fact, I'll have two watermelons in my garden that they can have with me. They're going to have to take the watermelons through the rift onto the ship. I want my father to know that on the ship. That's my deal. It's a good deal. Two watermelons and me. I can see myself holding. Now, when you hold these watermelons, they're like 20, 30-pound watermelons. Yeah.
Thank
Oh,
you.
look at that. You got a golden bear. Not bad. Not bad at all. And everybody definitely, give April your support too. Show her your support. She can certainly use it. And I appreciate you helping April as well and all the stuff she's been going through. So please do that as well. As we're talking about all the beautiful things that are happening here that we're going to see in the next year and a half or whatever it might be. However that works, we're just going with the flow of it. And it's important to really show our support for each other, you know?
Oh, you got your apple cider. Good for
Yeah,
you.
I'm very relaxed tonight. Not that I'm never relaxed. I mean, I'm amped up, but I'm in a very relaxed state. When I came back from sleeping, I don't know what happened, but I just feel extremely relaxed, more so than I've been.
I
It's
think
like nothing
I
matters.
I think that they've really been focusing on like the love part of our memories recently because all of us straight across the board, all of us have been very emotional the last
Mm,
thank you so much, have been very emotional all week long. It hasn't just, I mean, I know I've been a crybaby, but I'm going through a lot, guys. But
yeah,
all of us have been going through like getting a lot of emotional downloads recently, and I mean, I think that that's beautiful. But we've all been being downloaded with a lot of love. I don't know
yeah,
if you have been feeling that, but for me, it's like it's almost overwhelming how much love we have been being downloaded with. I know Johnny has been like going through it too because he's been like he's been very emotional, and Kit Kat as well.
yeah.
I said I haven't really spoken with Chesna, so I don't know how he's been doing. But I know the two of them have been, like having a lot of emotions the last few days, and I
Mm.
know you have as well. So
Yeah, it's true. My emotions have been all over the place for the last few weeks, on and off. And like saying, why am I going through all these emotions? But I realize that a lot of it is letting go of certain things. The emotions are really to let go of energies. We all still have old energies within us, even though we think we don't. We do, and we never know when the old energies are going to pop up, and our emotional levels are going to go all over the place. And I think many of you out there probably are going through the same thing with your emotions as humans. But at the same time, with those human emotions, if you realize what they are, we have to release those emotions, let go of them, in order to transform ourselves into and prepare ourselves for contact when the time comes. We have to let go of the old emotions in order to, blessed mom, thank you for the high bear, to actually be ready. Because, we can't just be out there saying, okay, I'm ready, and you're sitting there with the same emotions you had a year ago. It's a matter of letting go of all the old things that you have in order to know what those beautiful things are in the future that you will have. So it's just really important to understand that as I go into deep thoughts now. It's like when I came out of sleeping tonight, I'm in deep thought, like a deep thought before I say something. It's kind of unusual for me because I'm usually like bam, 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 coming up with words, but not tonight. It's sort of like reflection. I think we have to reflect right now on who we are as human beings on this planet. And in our reflections through meditation, we can see the bigger picture of who we wish to be, what we want to be. You know, April knows that before the contact happened, now she knows better, I think, of who she is because now she has a deeper understanding of self, which is the first thing we need to do is have a deeper understanding of self. And if we do that through meditation, we understand ourselves better. If we don't understand who we are, how are we going to change and be ready to be something other than who we are? We have to be who we are, but we have to understand that we are now transforming into a different you. So the you that you are seeing in the mirror every morning is not the same you were seeing a year ago or the year before that or the year before that. We're all changing into a new you. And that new you is as real as the you was before. It's just that the vibrational patterns of the human is now going to a higher state, a higher consciousness, so to speak, you
right.
know? And we're here to really help you, all of us. We're here to help you out to any questions you have, any experiences you've had to to really help you feel calm, about who you are, to feel like less emotional and to feel calm enough to say, I realize what's going on here and I know what I want to be and I know who I want to be. And I wish to be that loving, beautiful person that I am, and we're all going there. That's where we're going, right?
Right. And most of the audience in here is saying that, they have been going through the same thing. They've been getting those downloads too, feeling over emotional and feeling I'm just seeing all kinds of different feelings in here,
Yeah.
anxiety, um, feeling happy. But, people are also doing the work. I see a bunch of people in here talking about them, really working hard at putting the time in to do the work with their meditations and all that. And all that is really good stuff, guys. This is stuff that we want to be doing to prepare ourselves. And the commander's right. Let's let go of all that old past stuff. Let's let go of the garbage and, make room for all the new good stuff that we can open up ourselves to, you know.
Mm. And if we do that, it'll make an extraordinary difference how we can help. We live on a planet with billions and billions and billions of people, and we still have billions of people that we have to help out because even though we are all aware, not everybody on the planet is aware of what's coming, what's going to happen. That's why we are the way showers. When I look at this, as these groups form all over the planet of fives, each five group, whether it be a Middle Eastern group, whether it be a Scandinavian group, whatever that group is, it's a group of five. So we're all five in a group. And in that group, each group will have responsibilities to help more people. So our responsibility is really, I've been thinking about this, is that with the billions of people on the planet, we have a lot of work to do. We have so many things to do, but we have to get ourselves clear and centered in order to do that work, in order to make that happen. And if we are willing to do that, it will make a big difference. Who's the being that we're seeing behind in the picture?
That's my dad.
Oh, that's your dad. That was that great picture of your dad. You know, So what you're seeing here is a picture of April's father. This is the clearest picture I've ever seen. Now take a look at this.
This was the first time they came during my live and took me during the live. They Alicia was able to get this really good snapshot and clean it up for me. But his eyes, his blonde hair, his cheekbone, and this little thing on his uniform right here, or on his spacesuit, because we had a journey to go on. That's why he was in full suit. But this thing it has something to do with their rankings, and they wear it on their shoulders because he's really high up in the command. That's what that silver thing is on his thing. It's like a
Yeah,
general's type. It's like how generals wear stars on their chest. That's what that is. Because
yeah,
I asked him about it because I didn't understand what it was. I was like, "What's that for?" I've never seen one, and he explained to me it just means he's higher up in ranks.
yeah. And that's a beautiful picture for people that have never
He's very
seen
handsome.
April's father in the Ashtar Command. That's her father, and that's half of his face. If you saw his full face, I'm sure that would really, maybe someday we'll get a full face image that Alicia could
He's very,
clear up.
very handsome. I wish you could see his wings. His wings are see how this light is behind him. Imagine that with some big giant wings, because they fold their wings down behind him and kind of drag him like a cape, but they are fully functional wings because he is an angelic being.
Yeah, very beautiful. Father's really a beautiful being. Um, and you're seeing now this is as real as it gets, brothers and sisters. So what she's showing you is her father, who is on the ship. When she goes on the ship, she's with her father, her mother, her siblings, and it's very beautiful. Now this picture here is a picture of my mother, and if you look at her, she has long hair. My mom has long hair. My mom has a beautiful, you can see her eyes, they're a little bit dark. You can see the eyes. I see her nose, I see her mouth. And even though it's a side shot of my mother, she's a very beautiful person, my mother. And she's also on the ship. That's the most beautiful picture. Every time I look at it, I see her face so beautifully. Now, for some of you who can't see it clearly, really look at it. Look at it with your eyes. You'll see my mom. You can see her face, and
Oh
you
my
can
God.
see everything.
This, well, let me get my finger in there first. This is her face right here, guys. And this is her hair. And this is this brown spot right here is her dress. And then this little skinny thing, right? That's her arm. She looks like kind of distorted because she is coming through the rift. Their bodies get distorted when they come through the rift. But this is her, like, her dress is kind of hanging a little bit. Her other hand is, let me get my hand in here, is down here.
Yeah.
My arm
You can
right
see
there.
her arm, like you can see the arm. If you were April's blue part of her outfit's on, you see the arm, it's lighter colored. There's an arm going down along the side there, like she's reaching out. The other arm is facing the other side in front of her, like she's reaching in front of her, and you can see her beautiful face. My mother on the ship is a very beautiful person. Her name is Luna. That's my mother. Yes. So I'm looking forward to seeing her. When I see her picture, I get emotional because I really love my family off planet and I miss them. So, yeah,
Guys, this is a
I,
rift.
I
This
get
is what a rift
emotional about
looks
it.
like. That is what a rift looks like. It's basically a rip in time and space. So when they come through it, they often get like distorted until they're all the way through it. I've actually walked through one of these things. It's almost like pulling back a curtain. When I went about 3 times back when I went on the ship, four Ashtar Command guys came through this, and then they pulled it back like it was a curtain, and walked. I walked through it, and when I walked through it, I actually felt like wind hitting my face, and it was really cool. But when I came out the other side, I was up in my old woods. So they can make these to come in and out anywhere. So they're rips in time and space. Like they call them rifts. Rifts. I cannot talk.
I've got another picture of my mother here that's even closer. I don't remember how I got that, but if you see a more detailed picture of her face, you can see her eyes, her forehead, her nose, her mouth. That's my mother. She's on the face. Well, she she came through the rift, and that's a little bit. That's not the clearest picture, but it gives you a little bit closer detail of her face.
I might have that
That's
original.
my mom. I mean, my cosmic mom, so to speak.
Trying to see if I have the original to that so you can see her a little bit better. I've got
And if you keep looking at her, every time I keep looking at her face, I see her face so clear. Becomes less blurry the more I keep looking at it.
Yeah, I know these are really blurry, guys. It's just because the energy when these beings are coming through are it's a lot of energy, guys. So it creates them to come out distorted looking, but they are beautiful, beautiful. Oh, let me show you this one. Hang on. Okay, I'll have to point this out to you guys, but you have to really look good. Hold on. So this is Commander's sister and brother. They have not seen each other in a very long time because Commander's brother is stationed up in Cloud City, and his sister is down stationed in a space station that's down in Ireland. So let me just point this out to you. They're actually hugging, and this is his face right here, and he's wearing almost like a beret. This is just a glare from the
Yeah,
rift, and then this is her hair coming down right here. And this is her face nuzzled into his neck because they're hugging each other. They haven't seen each other in a very long time, but they actually came through on one of my lives. And when they saw each other, she immediately jumped and gave him a hug. So when, everybody thinks that, that the space beings are all blonde haired, and, they are tall and beautiful, but not all of them have blonde hair. Some of them have brown hair. Like, see what I was talking about, the light brown hair?
yeah,
She has a straight cut right here. This is her hair right here. It's like a straight bob cut, but she's absolutely stunningly beautiful. And his sisters are cool. I like his sisters a lot, but this is his sister right here. This is his youngest sister, and that's his brother. His brother
And I
is
can
a
see
few
the
years older than
brother,
him.
I can see his eyes and I can see his human face
Hmm.
as he's looking sideways. And then the sister, her face is hugging his face,
Yeah, she's
correct?
nuzzled into his neck. She's
Yeah.
actually hugging him like that, so her face is in his neck because she's hugging him. I just thought that was beautiful. That was a beautiful shot. I
You
know
know,
it's a
and
little fuzzy, guys, but please, use your imagination. This is her. This is her hair. She has a straight cut, bobbed haircut, and this is her face right here, nuzzled into his neck, and then this is his face, and he has like a little beret on, and then his brown. He's wearing like a brownish suit or outfit. I'm
yeah,
not sure what he's wearing, but it's like a brown suit. But they're hugging each other. They have not seen each other in a very long time because they're both stationed in two different places here on Earth.
yeah, they're on different ships.
And then, of course, the light around them is the rift.
And it's really, if you keep looking at the picture, you can see my brother, his face, and I can see a little bit of what appears to be the eyes, but I see her looking at him,
Hmm.
like hugging him sideways, because it's the face because it's the lighter part of the darker area. The lighter part is her face.
Yeah. I just thought that was beautiful. I was trying to explain it to you and I said it to you, but it's better that, that's why I brought it up because I wanted to point to everything else so you could see it better. Like this is her hair right here. And he has an actual like beret on. This is his, let
Yeah.
me get my finger in there. This is his face. And then he's wearing like a turtleneck type outfit.
Mm.
And if you're wondering
Well,
what this is like a weird zipper thing that's on he has like a jacket on with a turtlenecky thing on.
well, I hope they don't come through the rift, April, when you're down here, because when we have pizza, they're going to go nuts over the Italian pizza, and they're going to have a problem staying beyond the rift. They're going to have like, wait a minute, I can't. We have to come and get some of that pizza. It's not fair.
See, that's what I want to do. I was like, I was going to bring both phones and I was going to see if we could do the delayed lighting. If I can
Yeah,
get internet on this phone,
yeah,
um, we can do the delayed lighting and excuse me,
yeah,
and turn the phone around and have the camera facing towards this phone and so people can see the beings coming through the rift
yeah. We can do that.
or
There's nothing that's
something along those lines. I don't know. We'll
yeah.
figure it
We'll
out.
figure it out. We can
Or
do
maybe
it.
we could both go live at the same time.
I
Just
was saying that would be kind of cool. If you see when she's down here, we're gonna go live and be at the same location. How cool is that, brothers and sisters?
that
Do you
would be
think you're
awesome.
going nuts now? The fact that we're on like this? Just wait till we're all together in the apple orchard field, May 25th. I'm telling you, I can't even put it into words. Kit Kat, April, myself, Chesno, Johnny. We're gonna get Johnny up here, man. And then the rest of our coordinators, my dear friend, Craig and Elaine. He's had contact with space people for a number of years, and you'll get to see us all in the field. The weather's going to be a lot warmer than it was when we were out there, and we're all going to be together. It's going to be pretty much an historic event. April, myself, and everybody that's going to be there. We're going to do some stuff. I'm telling you, now I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. We're going to have some really cool things happen that night. And we're all going to be together. Isn't it exciting, April? We're all going to be together in the field. The weather will be much warmer. I am like totally now realizing how important this gathering is for us. It really is. I'm just so excited.
I'm excited for us just to be together. I think that'd be
Me
awesome.
too.
Can't imagine how ramped up the energy is going to be. And then if we get something really good that night would be awesome. And even if we don't like get a ship, we can do the rift and maybe our whole family will come through. Everybody, maybe we
You
can
know
get them
what?
all to come through. That would be amazing.
I think for this kind of a gathering with April and myself and everyone together, I have the feeling, and I'm not a future predictor or anything. I don't tend to want to do that. I do think if we're all together like that, that we will. I think they will come through the rift. I just think they won't be able to resist coming through the rift when they see the commander in April, Kit Kat, Chesno, and Johnny together in a apple orchard field. They're not going to sit on the ship saying, "We don't want to be a part of that." They're going to probably say, "We want to come through too. We want to be part of that." I bet you anything they are going to come through the rift in the apple orchard field. And don't quote me on this. I'm just saying that's what I think. I'm not a psychic predictor of the future, but I do feel a sense that there's something much greater. I mean, the fact that we're all together, I think, is the most important thing, that we all have a love for each other. But I think there's also the possibilities, like April was saying, that it wouldn't be kind of cool if they're like watching us in the field together and they say, we want to be part of this historic moment. We want to be part of this historic moment for these people coming together. And I think they might come, if they come through the rift, they might stay for a few minutes and go back on the ship. As we get closer, I think they will tell us. They'll at least tell us if they want to do that. They're listening to they're watching the show right now. I'm saying our families are invited in the apple orchard field to join us. They are invited. If you just be careful, the apple orchards are apples that belong to the apple orchard people. But I know you have no concept of apple orchards. But if you want to take an apple, I'm sure they won't mind. There are seeds in the apple, so you can grow them on the living ship in the
Commander's Johnny Appleseed.
Johnny Appleseed.
Oh,
I'm
that's
Commander
Johnny.
Johnny Appleseed of the Ashtar Command. It's really a beautiful thing. My mind's now just like buzzing with things coming through it, random thoughts.
Yeah, and and then also too, with the delayed lighting, you guys can see the fairies out there too. Maybe there'll be more fairies because we'll be out in the open. I cannot talk tonight. In the apple field, because we'll
Yeah,
be out in nature. We should be able to get different fairies coming in as well.
yeah. When you were out there, April, this apple orchard. It's like, I know it's way different than where you live, but it's really a very quiet place. It's just beautiful. It's just the town of Middlefield is a very country town compared to my town. My town has country areas outside the center, but the town of Durham and Middlefield are both like country towns, farm communities, and the orchards. And the orchards really the biggest orchards in the area there. And the area that we go to is well protected. We always have had our Ashtor Command gatherings for years there, and but the energy is it's so different when we're there. We park our cars together, and we get out our chairs, and we're up there. We've been up there sometimes till like 1 a.m. when we use our gatherings, but and we've actually recorded things and documented spaceships over the years there. It's just going to be a beautiful thing, I think, for you and everybody. I just can't wait. And it's amazing how calm I am here. Ever since I came up from being asleep earlier, my consciousness has been like really calm. I was like, okay, I gotta get my apple cider before I go live. Then I'm watching April's live. Then I say, oh, it's almost 10 o'clock. No, almost 11 o'clock in the evening. I better get myself in gear here, So it's tonight's kind of like I feel like we're in a room sitting on a couch with people having an nonchalant conversation, and we're having our wine or drinking our apple cider or lemonade or whatever, and that's the kind of feeling it has tonight. It's just a much more relaxed environment. Not that it isn't relaxed all the time, but this is the kind of it's supposed to be, and I'm just going with the flow of it.
Yeah, I was tonight's been like a really it's been a good night. I think I don't know this last trip I went on when I came back, I felt like I was gone for months. I was so tired when I got back, and I'm usually not like that. I'm usually like energetic, wanting to go go go.
Yeah,
This time I was like really tired for some reason. And I don't know. They put me, when they brought me back, like
thank
usually when I
you.
come back, I'm almost brought back in this almost exact same spot I left in. But
Yeah.
this time I was like in a different spot in my room as well. So they were a little off on the aim of bringing me back. I'm glad I
Oh
didn't
boy.
like land on the bed or something, but
Ay,
I
ay, ay. You're glad you put. Good thing they didn't land you in Chinatown in New York next to a Chinese restaurant.
all right.
And they said, "Wait a minute, you guys come back, come back. I'm on Mott Street, where the Chinese restaurants open 24 hours. I want to go back to Vermont. Why am I doing in Mott Street in New York City? That's not right.
Well, they brought me when they brought me back like twice. Well, most of the time I'm like brought back exactly in the same spot that they took me from, but like two times they missed, and like once I was brought back in the middle of my yard, so I had to walk back across the yard,
Oh
you know, in
no.
my slippers because you know I wasn't wearing shoes when I left, so I had to walk back across that whole yard in my slippers. I came back with wet feet. And then this time they landed me in the middle of my room instead of where I was at. It was weird. Their aim was a
Yeah.
little off this time. I kind of feel like Gan had something to do with that because he's a jokester. He thinks he's super. I can't wait for you to meet him. He's hysterical. He really is
Oh,
funny.
I'll see if he's funnier than I am.
He's like one of those where he's a smart butt about stuff, you know. So, you know, he I think he was getting a kick out of how embarrassed I was getting about the whole toilet paper conversation.
Oh
And that's
yeah.
why he kept asking me questions. Now I'm getting that about his personality, but before I was like I thought he was like being really serious, so I was really trying to explain this, but now I know his personality and he was just getting a kick out of, you know,
Yeah.
watching me squirm trying to explain toilet paper and waste.
And
I
he's a little
never
bit. He
want to do
seems
that
like he's a
again.
little. He seems like he's a little bit of a jokester, April, too,
Yes.
isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
He likes to kid around.
Yes.
It's interesting when we learn about the people, um, in terms of the space people off planet, the good ones, and also our family, that they have a sense of humor too. They thank you, Susan. They might have all these abilities and advancements and live in a certain level of consciousness, but they also have a joy for life. They do have a very beautiful joy for life. I mean, life is a joy to our space family, right? And they have a very beautiful joy, which I think when we are all together on the ship, I'll probably have my serious moments of questions, I know, but I also have the moments where I just pop in out with some sort of funny statement. And anyone knows me, even on the show, I have a sense of humor. I can't hold it in. I get serious, believe me, I do have a serious mission to do here on the talk show, but I do have a sense of humor and it comes out. And I wish I was a funny person, but I know I'm not. And if I
You
were,
are. Cut it out.
if I were to be funny, I pray someday that I'll be waking up to being a funny person, and I'll make people start to laugh. I want people to do fake laughs when they laugh. I don't want people to really laugh because they think it's funny. If I can get everybody in the world to make a fake laugh, then it'll be a fake joke or something, and I can fake it. No, I'm just kidding you.
Oh
And
my.
April's shaking her head. What is he talking about?
I was like, you confused me for a minute. I'm easily confused. So yeah. Oh my goodness. They kept trying to get me to do the Tahar, and I can't do it. And I was laughing so
You
hard.
know,
I guess like I can't do it because all I can picture you doing it. So I'm laughing, and then I can't do it. So I was trying to, but my eyes get all big and crazy, and I look like.
well, I know for the sake of popularity, because the show's so popular, and I've become a movie star. I didn't want anybody to know this, but I'm going to be in a movie called Tahar: The First Experience, and it'll be a Hollywood movie starring myself. There's going to be some of the former stars like Harrison Ford. He's going to be also in it. We're going to have some other well-known people in the movie. I'm setting up a new goal here, and because I'm thinking of the word Tahar tonight, let me just edit this here. I have to change it. I'm gonna do something I didn't think I was gonna do. I'm going to do this. We're gonna do 8 of these. You're gonna love this, folks. I just changed the hat for overwhelming demand on encounters. I've changed the hat with a mustache, and I did this for you. Thank you for the heart. I'm in a very tar mood here. You see, I did this for everybody watching because you've never seen me do this, and I just had to do that. So now I have 7 hats left, and tar. Thank you for the heart. Well, tar. If I was able to sing, I'd sing a song that was very much a loving song about the Tahar. But if you wanted me to sing a whole song about it, I can't complete that song about that word, because it's only gives me a second to say it. So I couldn't put a full sentence in it. April knows I can't put a full sentence in it. And there's still some hats available. Those hats only give me one moment to give that very special cosmic word that is well known to everybody on my show. And it comes from off planet. And it is not a name of a person; it's the name of a plant called the tahar. But to get me to understand the tahar, to get me to, you folks are
It's
beautiful. I
the,
love you.
it's
I
the
really
whole
do love
body
you.
movement.
Thank you for the heart, the Heather health. Is it Heather Well, or thank you, Heather Well, for the roses. I forget. Wow, oh my God, those roses! I'm gonna have to get a big vase for them. Maybe I can put the roses in with the tahar, and it'll be a magical experience. Is it possible, Luna, that and Robar, that the next time when I come on the ship, I can bring some roses to put in, or some flowers for the tahars, and maybe they can grow together. I don't know. I have no idea what I'm talking about right now.
It's all the tar. He's got
You're
tar on the
catching me,
brain.
folks, on the show in my most comical moment. I don't know why I'm feeling this way, but I just feel lightheaded, lighthearted, or whatever you want to call it. I just, you know,
It's the
I feel pretty
mustaches
good.
that do it for them.
Tar, Susan. There's only one person that can do this and do it right. That's why in my movie that's coming out next year, it will be about tar. Okay, enough of that. I got 8 of them. I'm happy. You all got me to do it. And now I'm going to go back to being the more commander person talk show host. So this is Encounters, a little bit of humor tonight from yours truly. April was able to be my sidekick and laugh under the words Tahar. And our movie's coming out in Hollywood, I think, next year. It's going to be called Tahar, the Landing of the Tahars Coming on Earth. And the Tahar people are very beautiful plants. They produce Tahar, and you can drink the Tahars and also use them for healing. So we're going to plant Tahars all over Earth. So if you ever have a problem with your leg or go into a tree and don't remember who you are, just get a tahar, and you'll be not having to go to a bar. I guarantee it. Was that good? Was that good, folks? Did I
That was
do that
good.
good?
That was good.
That's why they sent me to Earth, because I'm very quick. I'm very quick
Because he's quick to rhyme.
in
Commander's a
time.
commander's a poet and didn't know it.
That's right. And I can always sing a song to make sure everybody gets along. See that right there. So I don't know. I've got to get myself centered here. I'm like so off centered. I'm just kidding you. Thank you, everybody out there. We welcome you to the show. We're having a great night tonight because, you see, I don't have to do anything somebody tells me to do. Because why? I'm the host of the show. Isn't that a beautiful thing when you're the host of the show? Thank you, Stella Bella. I really know that a lot of times growing up in this earth human body, for some reason, I had a sense of humor most of my life, or not, or if not all of my life. But I do know that being able to be this way and be able to kind of relax and do this, you need moments like that, because we have so much serious work to do in our mission work on the talk show. Sometimes I just like to let loose and just have a little bit of sense of humor with everybody on my program, which we're doing tonight. We're sharing stories. Earlier we shared some of the new things about the mission a little bit that we can share with you. And
Tar. I can't do
she's getting it to heart too. And the heart can go very
I
far. When you give
can't
April a
do
tahar,
it.
she disappears. I just hope that she doesn't go off the ship tonight because she's the tahars. Don't get any funny visitors,
I
Laurel and
look great.
everybody
I
on the
can't
show.
do it. Don't make me.
They're probably laughing right now at this whole broadcast.
But so people had asked me about if fairies have pets. Sorry, I'm trying
Yeah.
to. not laugh.
I know
Um,
you are.
so if you look closely, there's two fairies dancing right here. These are fairy kitties. There's two kittens right here. Fairies do have
Hmm.
pets. There's two fairies dancing, and there's two of their kittens right there, and right
Oh yeah,
there.
look at that. You can see the dancing. I see
Hmm.
the fairies dancing. It's beautiful. You can see them holding hands together,
Hmm.
and you can see their heads and their whole body.
And look at the little kitties right here. They got a little tail coming down. I know it's fuzzy, guys. I'm sorry. There's a lot of energy around these beings, but look at the little kitty. They do have cats and dog fairies. They do have pets. And
Wow,
they
it's really
actually look
beautiful.
like little cats and little dogs, but there's a little
Yeah,
kitty right there. There's two of them actually. Right there
yeah, I
and
can
right
see it.
there.
There's one behind the other one and one behind the other one.
Mm-hmm.
You can see them. The kitty's face looks like it has white and darkness in the face,
Mm-hmm.
like a cat would have. I have a cat, so
Yeah, that's why I brought it up because I wanted to show you the little fairy kitties. I know
they're
it's
very
fuzzy, guys.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Very beautiful pictures, you know. And she has all the pictures. She has loads of pictures of everything she's documented. The fairies, the space people, the River Blue. Thank you for. Friends, you gotta. Well, good thing you're off screen. Then you got a Tahar hat.
I tried to do it, but it only came up on my screen. But look at these are the crystals. These are the natural crystals that come up everywhere around the woods up there.
Oh
Remember
wow,
when I was
those are
telling you
real.
about
Those are
the quartz?
the large quartz. You got them everywhere. Look at that.
Hmm. They're
That's a lot of
everywhere right
energy.
there.
A lot of energy.
Hmm.
Wow.
That's right next to the old woods. The old woods is actually there's a complete circle of them going around the old woods, and they just come up
Wow.
out of the ground.
Well, it makes sense where the Ashtar base would be, where that is. The energy from the crystals is a very powerful energy, and you probably have a very strong, powerful energy of crystals where that is too. Oh, they
Almost
just
taught
caught
me.
you.
There's more. This just comes up everywhere. These are all
Yeah,
right next to trees that are just
look at
coming
the
up out of the
quartz
ground.
right in there. Pretty amazing. She lives in an area where there's a lot of quartz energy, crystal energy, and that is a very amped up energy, which is probably part of what allows the ships. No, I mean they can usually come there anyway, but that probably allows the ships to do what they need to do when they come in there. So we are looking at a lot of beautiful things. No matter what's going on in the world, I think we can together collectively and realize we have so many beautiful things to look forward to. And I'm just feeling very relaxed for some reason tonight about the world, and I just think we have so many beautiful things to look forward to. I'm just doing something here. I just set a different hat. I'm using the baseball hat as my next 8 hats here for my show. Commander, could you tell me about obsidian crystals? I've had some obsidian. I have mostly a lot of. I mean, my other room I have a lot of over 20 years. All of them are activated extraterrestrial crystals. And what is that, April? What are we looking at there?
It's a builder. He's a fey being, but he's a builder, and he's just poking his little face out right there. You can see his little smile and those two little eyes.
Oh yeah,
They
interesting.
actually build, they look like Dobby. When they're out in the open, I have pictures of what they look like, but they look like Dobby. And they actually build the fairy homes, open up the
Wow.
dimensional portals in the trees. But this is actually one that was opened, and you could see him poking his little face out.
Oh yeah, it looks like hey, here I am.
Yeah.
I just want to say hello. I'm going to hang in here for a while. You know, it's amazing all the beautiful things on the property. It's like a magical cosmic kingdom between the space people of our Ashtar Command, the fairies, the Bigfoot. Um, yeah, all of that. It's
Everything,
just
guys. We got rock dragons, we got Bigfoots. We got a lot of cryptid beings up here on the mountain. But the thing is that we got pictures and proof of all of these beings, including the space beings that have been coming through and visiting us. Um, even, the commander's family has come through. My family has come through. We've got pictures of the ships. I'm just looking for the rock dragon. I was going
And
to show you.
Jeffrey says, are they all related somehow? I would kind of say yes, in a looser term of the word yes, that they all work together. Everyone has a specific, beyond the space people, our family, all the other beings, the fairies and everything, have a part of it, and they work in other ways with what's going on up in our property. I think they're all interconnected in some way. Would you say that, April, is
The
probably true?
Yes, they are the fairies, or they have different tribes of fairies, but they are all connected. They all work together. And the fairies do work with the let me show you. Oh, here we go. Here's hang on guys. They all work together. The fairies work with the Bigfoots. The Bigfoots work with the Ashtar command. They actually open the portals for the spaceships to come through. And the good space beings of light were the ones who rescued the Bigfoots from the lower vibrational beings who had captured them and forced them to do things that they didn't want to do. And
Yeah,
but beings were so grateful that they now work with and are part of the Ashtar command. They actually work on the ships and off of the ships. Um,
yeah,
and this is what a this is what a hang on just a second. Now this is what a a builder actually looks like when he's out. He looks like a Dobby.
yeah. I see that.
Sideways. He's actually giving me, hold on. He's actually giving me a thumbs up because I asked him if I could take his picture, and these are the structures that they build. This is like, I don't know, it's like a scaffolding structure that he's got
Yeah,
going on up here, and there's another fairy up here working on a building. Um, but this is him right here. If you can see him, he's got his little eyes. He's actually kind of sideways.
yeah. You can notice that. I'm gonna let you talk. I'm gonna get some more water, apple cider. I'm empty. I need some more apple cider. I'm gonna freak out. I'm just kidding.
Sorry, my dog ran underneath my feet. I was trying not to trip while I'm showing you this, but yeah, that's an actual that's a builder right there, guys. And you see, when I say not all fairies look like Tinkerbell, they don't all look like Tinkerbell. He is a fey being, but he looks like Dobby, and he's really sweet. This is Timmy. He's got really kind eyes. That's another way to tell if they're good or not, is their eyes. He's really kind. But that's a Dobby. But that's a Dobby. That's a builder. Called him Dobby.
That's pretty
His
cool,
name's
Dobby.
Timmy.
Timmy.
Yeah.
Very beautiful. Are fairies and fays different? That's
Um,
coming from Mitchell.
they are different species. They're all considered fey beings. They don't like to be categorized actually, but they are all different beings. So a fairy is a shapeshifter that can has wings, and most of them fly if they're females. Males don't have wings unless they are higher up in the ranks of fairies.
Hmm.
Then they will be allotted wings.
Yeah,
But he doesn't have wings, and he stays about that size all the time. He doesn't shapeshift. So they are all a little bit different. They're all different, like species, because there are dragons as well that are considered fey beings, but and there are
yeah.
just a lot of different types, guys. There are pixies, there are fairies, there are
Different ones.
builders. Yeah, there's so many different kinds. There are little gremlins that gnomes, and they're all different sizes. Some of them shapeshift. Each one of them have a different gift that they bring to
Uh,
the table.
and I'm a potato. I can answer the question. In terms of the pictures being blurry, it's really basically the vibrational patterns of energy that cause a picture to be blurry. So if you see I can't speak, a picture becoming blurry, it's because it's the vibrational patterns of energy.
I've been doing it all night. It's just like blah. But yeah, because these guys have such a high vibration of energy around them, you cannot take a good picture. It is not my camera, guys. I promise you. My camera takes
Yeah.
excellent pictures. I'll show you one that's and plus because this is on my property, and every picture I take on my property comes out blurry. Let me show you a picture off my property, and you're gonna be like, what? Because it looks
And
like they're
one cup says, "Do they like music fairies?" Yeah, sure they do.
fairies
The
love
fairies.
music. They're all about music because they love vibration. Hang on here. Let me show you one that is off my property, and you're going to be like, what? Because it is absolutely clear. And they can be really beautiful. I take excellent pictures. It's just the
It's a
energy on my
vibrational pattern.
property because
It's
I have not only space being energy on my property, but I have fairies on my property as well. We'll do this one. Commander loves this one. Hang on. Uh, oh, this one's kind of drawn on. Hang on, let me get a different one. Oh, poops, that one's a bad one. Hang on. Hang on, guys, I'll find you one. Give me 1 second.
and I think there's a woman, Anisha Abrams. Anisha Abrams, I think, wants to join us. April. Anisha, can you tell us who you are? Anisha Abrams. I saw her request. Need to listen to Joe Nestor. Alicia Abrams, are you out there? Anisha Abrams.
I have hundreds of pictures, guys. I'm so sorry. Hang on just 1 second. Um, well, I'll just show you this one for poops and
Yeah.
giggles. But anyways, this one's taken off my property. That's the sunset from my house.
And where are we looking at? What are we trying to look at?
It's just I'm just showing you a sunset from my house
Oh, sunset. Okay.
that was taken off my property. I'm just showing them the difference in the way the pictures come out. Like these come out really clear and pretty.
Yeah.
When I take pictures of this of the fairy beings, they all come out fuzzy. It's nothing I can do.
And
I've
you can
even
see,
actually showed a video of it, how, like when I'm like focusing on one of the beings, the camera goes completely fuzzy, and then I pull the
yeah.
camera away and you can see everything clear as day.
And there's a little town behind you there in the picture.
Yep,
It looks like.
That's the town that's below the mountain.
Oh, interesting.
Yep, I'm actually moved over onto the road off my property, and you can see like the little town and the sunset and everything going
Oh,
on down there.
beautiful. And she truly is in a remote area, folks. When you look at this, she's in the Green Mountains all the way up there in near the
This is
Canadian border.
literally how big my town is. That's it. It's like
Yeah.
5 minutes of drive across it. That is it. That's the town. Don't
And
blink,
if
you'll
you
miss
go
it.
into her town, there's a store called Space Transportation. It's a small little, it's like a small little New England, Vermont town. You go into Space Transportation and you can get a ticket to go on a trip. Usually the trip goes beyond Earth, and you can get a round trip if you want to, but only in her town can you get that ticket at Space Station. But you have to be up in Vermont to know where that is. Look, what's that?
That's a spaceship with the being driving it.
Oh yeah, you can see the being sitting in what appears to be some sort of a chair, and that's the ship. The ship looks not pyramid shaped, but kind of like that,
It looks like
bell
the old
shaped.
school saucer shape where it's like flat and it's got the top to
Yeah,
it. Like
yep.
I have got probably like 15 different pictures of this, and then you can see him in it. And this is
Wow.
back in the woods where Mikey sits.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
So you're seeing here, all kidding aside, is a spaceship, one of the smaller Ashtar ships, with one space person inside the ship, probably running the controls inside the ship where they're
And
sitting.
he's coming through a portal that the Bigfoots had opened.
Wow.
That's what the light is underneath them. He had
Yeah.
just popped through the portal.
Wow, that's really interesting.
Hmm. I've got hundreds of these guys. I mean, I've got 3 phones full of thousands of these pictures of all these different ships. I could just sit here all night and show you different ships. You'd be like, what? Let me
Hey,
see.
that's a good idea. Why don't we stay up? No, I'm just kidding.
Let me see. Hold on. And I wish you could see this one clearer. I gotta find the
Yeah.
closer one, but this is a jellyfish ship right here. Let me see if I
Oh,
got
yeah.
the
That's
closer one.
those are the ones that are cleaning the environment. The jelly ship,
Yes, and
the jelly.
if you look right here, this is a mothership. It's like covering the whole top sky because you can
Oh,
see
yeah.
the
You can see a
light.
little bit of the
Mm-hmm.
of it kind
The
of showing
bottom of
itself
it's right
slightly.
there. Uh-huh.
Yep.
And that's a little jellyfish ship underneath. He was up cleaning the atmosphere, but I got a close up of that jellyfish ship actually.
Hmm.
Let me see if I can find it. Hang on.
And we're almost at 100,000 right now. Since I've been on, we've had 6,500 people in the room here tonight. 6,500 folks. The commander tracks the broadcast each night, and we've gotten up to since before 11 o'clock, 6,500 viewers. So I appreciate everybody that's been coming in here.
Mm. Oh,
Blessed Mom says,
here's
"Our
the one.
fairies."
Hang on. This one is actually the one dropping off Chesno's Mikey.
Hmm.
Hold on.
And can you explain that one?
This is a ship right here. It was like, I don't know, it was like almost like a boomerang shaped ship, and he was dropping off Chesno's Mikey. That was him
Oh,
right
wow.
there. He came to get like directions or
Thank you, Ray.
information from Mikey and Lily, and then he took off to go be with Chesno.
Was that ship over Chesno's property at the time?
No, this ship was over the mountain where the
Oh, the mountains. Okay.
where Mikey rests at. He was
Yeah.
dropped off there, and then I don't know what him and Mikey talked about, but they sat out there for a while communicating, and then he went off to go see Chesno. This is what Pumpkin told me.
Oh,
Because I
interesting.
asked what he was
Interesting.
dropping off because I saw that come down and I was like, what? Because I couldn't see that far and I got a picture of it, but I
Yeah.
hadn't looked at him yet. And
Wow.
Pumpkin was there and Pumpkin was telling me that he said the fifth protector was dropped off
Wow.
and that ship was
And
dropping
April
off.
has a lot of pictures here, so you're seeing just a few of what's going on. Karen Morgan. Let's see. I'll bring Karen Morgan on. I know who she is. We'll have her come on with us here. And I'll put April on the big screen here. Hey, Karen, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Good. I hope you're enjoying tonight's kind of laid back program.
Oh, I always do. uh, there was something that I didn't know what was going on the other day. I was videoing my daughter and her family. We were all fishing, and I was taking the video. And at the time, just taking the videos. Later, when I got home, I started watching them, and this picture just showed up at the end of the video, and I have no clue what it is or
Hmm.
where it came from or anything like that. I'd like to put it up and let y'all take a look at it because when she was just showing the builders, that's what it looked like.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know. Um, Hold on, and I will put that up. Okay.
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 Sure.
I'm
We can take April and I and everybody can take a look at it. Excuse me. Let's see. Oh, Karen, thank you. Starseed, thank you for the. I sent to Karen. Oh, that's sent to Karen. Okay, so can you explain what we're looking at?
This is what showed up at the end of a video that I took out fishing, and I was taking photographs of my grandkids and my children, and when I was going back through them, this is what showed up, and I don't have a clue. It's in black and white. I don't have a clue where it came from.
Okay, so
Uh,
I can tell you right now, you have like three or four fae beings in here, or fairy type beings, and the reason why it's black and white is because sometimes when you span over these beings, it takes the color out of your film. It's just one of the part of the energy that they put off, because often a lot of mine will be in color and then they look like they're black and white when you're looking at them, so it's not uncommon. But those the eyeballs in that mouth right there, that's actually a being. And then if you look underneath him, you can see his little arms, his little body sitting in there. He just looks
right.
distorted because of the way the camera's picking him up, because these are dimensional beings. But that is a builder you have underneath there. He might have been working on, is that a boat?
No.
What is that he's on?
I don't know. Like I said, that just showed up in
Mm.
my pictures. the
You have like three beings here that I can see. You have the one that's upside down that looks like an arrow almost. That's a being right there. He's kind of hanging upside down to like show off. And then there's a translucent one right next to him. And you have three beings in there, but the one on the bottom is that is a builder. You have a good eye. He is a builder. You can
Interesting.
tell by his little skinny body and stuff, but he's also he's the builders are part of the fairy tribes. You can tell by the little nub that's down by his booty. If you look down, see where the head's at, where the eyeballs and the mouth is. Now go down, you'll see his neck, and then you'll see his little booty. You'll see a nub on it.
Hmm.
That means
uh
he's part of it. He's part fairy, so that's exactly what
and
you got going on here.
what are
Interesting.
I don't even know what builders
A
are.
builder is they're good beings. They're what they do is they build dimensional homes in the trees, and they have structures all over the woods that they build for the fairies. So they work on building like the nurseries and homes for the fairies to live in. But these guys can work in between dimensions, so they can work in the fairy dimension and in our dimension.
Oh yeah.
They're good beings, and they're all super friendly. And if they like you, and if they like, if say you have a builder living in your home, they will do nice things for you, like fix things for you. They'll
Oh
like
really?
say you have a broken watch, they'll fix your watch or get it running again, or your clock has broke down, they'll fix that for you, or you have a broken knob on your one of your drawers, they'll fix that for you.
Well, I don't know how that I took a picture of it at
You
all.
you
Like I
probably
said,
didn't. They probably did.
they probably, well, when I saw it, I went, whoa, that's different. I've never seen anything like that. That's not the first picture that has just shown up on my phone, uh, ever. There was one a few years ago. Uh, well, that's good to know. Where is it that you say that there it looks like a boat?
I wasn't sure if you said that you were on a boat or something like that. I'm not sure if that is a boat or it looks like maybe a floor run. I'm not sure. Does any of this the background look familiar to you?
No,
Like
none
any
of it.
part of your house, maybe a bathroom or something?
No, I was out at I was fishing out in the country.
Hmm.
Wow.
That might be inside of your car, actually. Now that I'm
Yeah.
re-looking at
It
that,
could
that
be.
looks like it might be inside of your car next to a door or window.
Yeah.
Mm, I
I'm not
wasn't
sure.
in the car.
I don't know. I'm saying they might have been in your car.
Oh
They might
yeah.
have traveled there with you.
Oh yeah.
Because they
Okay,
can
well,
travel with you. Mine travel with me everywhere.
that's that's good to know.
And they are there to protect you. Just know that.
Someone's asking, Jeffrey Quinot says, how can I see these beings?
Camera's a first good way to start. So if you go out into nature, just put your camera on video and just slowly start spanning around. And then when you have time, sit down and go through it very slowly. Go frame by frame if you have to, because these beings can be very fast. But go through it frame by frame, and I bet you will find something. You will see like something that looks like a little humanoid shape, or something building something, or something flying through the air, and you might see like a bug fly by real quick, or something fly by and tap you on the head and then keep flying, and you think, oh, it's just a bug. If you get it on video, slow it down, look at it frame by frame, and I bet you it'll end up being some type of little figure.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Let's see here. Blondie says, I want to find fairies.
They're everywhere. Fairies are everywhere. Every single person has a fairy protector. We have just gotten older and forgotten how to see them. Every single one of us has a fairy protector.
And the commander is looking at questions people have in the audience, so I am multitasking right now. Let's see here. And we have another, this picture here. What are we looking at here, April?
Oh, this is one of the Ashtar Command guards that was in my home.
Oh, cool. And Blondie says, have I ever seen fairies? If I did, I wouldn't recognize that I had, but now I know a lot more about what fairies look like.
Mm-hmm.
Since meeting April, I know more about fairies, not fairies, but fairies than I ever did before. I really do know more about. I'm still learning, but now I know what they look like, so it's pretty interesting. Stella Bella says, I have my fairies.
Yep, she does. We've gotten screenshots of hers. And Commander has fairies too. He has one that hangs around on the right side of his head where he puts his ear pod in. That he has fairies that hang around, or his one fairy that hangs around in his curls right here. And you'll often see him trying to reach out for my hand.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
one of my fairies right there. But Commander has one too that messes with his green screen. Every once in a while, you'll see, like right around here, you'll see his green screen start to like distort and go weird. And that's his little fairy trying to get attention.
Yeah. And let's see. Hollywood says, do they come around the home even if you don't live by the forest?
Absolutely. They are everywhere, guys. Every single person has a fairy protector, and they really like hair a lot. But every single one of us has a fairy protector. They are with us until we are no longer on the earth.
Yeah. And Paranormal Ghostbusters says, I got my fairy to protect me. I called my fairy Little Angel Fairy.
Mm-hmm. I've seen pictures of this fairy. His fairy's really cute. She's beautiful.
Very good.
This is a
There's some good
picture
questions
of
out there,
what
everybody.
I'm sorry.
Bring
No,
her
go
up
ahead.
on big screen, Commander, so we can see her other picture.
Oh, yeah. Let's see.
This is
Let
a
me bring her on
picture
the big
of
screen here.
what I was filming when that one just. That's a picture of what I was filming when that one just popped in.
Yeah, they probably took that like maybe in your car or someplace, but wherever they had access to your phone, they might have taken it even after you had gotten home. They do that sometimes because they're very playful. They were probably over there taking selfies of themselves because they love most of them you would think would be hiding from the camera, but some of them really love the camera and they like TikTok a lot. They all know what TikTok is. Don't let them fool you. They really do.
Okay, that's not the last video that I took.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's more after it. I'm just going to make that point that there's, I continued to make films and didn't see that until I got home and was looking. So it's beginning to make a little sense to me right now.
Yeah.
Oh, good. That's a good
Thanks
thing.
for letting me up, guys, because it's been boggling my mind what that was, period. And then when I just saw a picture of hers, I thought, that looks like the guys on my phone.
Yeah.
Hey, well, thank you so much, Karen, for sharing. We knew who you were, so I
Well,
knew that
thank you.
you should come up here too. Hey,
Thank
thank you.
you.
Everyone say thank you for sharing. And we're going to help her doing this here. Let me see here. Did I do it? Okay. Now I'm going to go back to, here we go. And now we're back on the big screen here. And you'll have myself and April here. And, good welcome to the show here. This is our 24-hour broadcast. I've never done this before. If you can stay up all night with me,
We'll go through
you
my
won't
whole
win
roll of
anything for
film.
doing it. Yeah, all night. I'm almost out of cider. I don't know if I can do that. I'm just kidding you. But we usually are on here for about a little bit 2.5 hours. So it's good to see everybody on here. Starseed, thank you for the roses. And also, while we're on here, I just want to say again, I love all of you out there, all the new people, all the other people that have been here with us since I came on TikTok. And we are the number one UFO spiritual show here. And Half Pint, oh, this is going to be good. Half Pint in the Appalachian Mountains, they are also having a contact with the Anunnaki. And April and I know about that. Many of you know about that. Now we have, again, exactly what I'm talking about. Mary and Ray have contact with the Anunnaki. April and me, I've had contact with the command ever since I was a kid, but didn't know it. But we have two areas of our planet, Pennsylvania and Vermont. And the thing here beautiful about this, folks, is that we have the Ashtar Command, which is the Anunnaki that are part of it, with Ray and also Mary in the Appalachian Mountains in PA, and then my friend April going on the ships in northern Vermont, and we are all working, and in a sense, we all work together. This is what I'm talking about. Um, you know, they've documented Mary and Ray has documented tons of the Anunnaki stuff going on their property. They've seen the beings walking on their property. They are tall, probably about 7 or 8 feet tall. And again, this is beautiful to have this, have both my friend April and Mary on together, having very similar experiences. Very similar, you know.
So yeah, I got a lot going on, Commander. So Ray got that ship, right? The big one.
Yeah, I want
And
to see
now
that picture.
I've gotten pictures of like 6 or 7 of them just today.
Oh,
Really?
wow.
And I heard Bigfoot right next to my house. He growled at Ray.
He growled at Ray.
He was saying hi.
Oh, he's just saying hi. Okay, that's what that means. Okay. This is what the beautiful thing, the synergy of this is. I did this on purpose because that you are in here. I want people to know that this is happening all over the world. These are my friends, but this is what's happening. They are making contact. And this is what's interesting. They're making contact, which I think is a safe way to do it in the mountains in remote areas, like in the Appalachian Mountains, April in the Green Mountain State where I used to live in Plainfield, up that way. That's how it's happening. And there's a real beautiful thing here going on. And if you watch what's happening and you hear the stories from also Ray and Mary, they will tell you that they have all the same things. The Bigfoot, they have their fairies there in Appalachia. They have their contact with the Anunnaki, which are very loving beings, people. They have documented big spaceships on their property in the sky. All the same things are happening. So this is the beautiful part of this, isn't it? Isn't this the beautiful thing? To just realize
Commander,
how,
Can you bring up that picture? I want
yeah, I
to
can.
tell you about it.
Okay, let me see here. I'll bring up the pictures from you that I do have here. Let me,
This picture is so cool. I can't
this one
believe Ray
here.
even got it.
Ooh, look
So,
at that. Nice.
Is that the one?
no, that's the one I got in New York.
But that's
We
still
need the
beautiful.
one where the light's coming down the tree.
Okay, let me get that one. Hold on a minute. Give me a sec. Here.
Nope, that ship that Ray got.
Okay, wait a minute. The commander will.
Poor Commander's like, this one?
I would do it, but I don't know how to do it on my phone. I'm like illiterate when it comes to
I can't.
computers.
There's a picture. How
That
about this
one.
one? Oh, okay, this one.
That's not
Okay,
it
check out
either.
the ship. Is
That's
this the
not
one?
the. Nope. This is the one with the light beaming down underneath it.
Yeah, I'm going to go off planet in a minute onto our Ashtar command ship, and I'm going to ask my father and mother to come in here and take over the phone.
Oh, I know you can find it, Commander. It
Got
is
kids
so
in here.
cool, though. No, you know what? That one, I think those are legs from the ship above our house.
Really?
Those beams, yeah. So I have portals here, like some portals, right? But
Yeah.
I know what they look like, but those look like legs to a ship
I
right
think
above
you're going
my
to have to.
house.
Someone's going to have to send me another picture of the array of the ship. I have a picture that says it's either too small or too big to be able to be put on the screen. I don't know why. I don't understand it. Let me go back here.
That's like I took a video today of
That
this
looks like
of this
protection.
ship jumping around, but I can't put it
What
on
happened here?
TikTok.
How'd
I
that
don't know
happen?
what that is. I can't put any of my videos on TikTok.
You know what,
What's going
Half
on with
Pint? That looks like their protection grids that they use because they use those on the cloud cities. They have bars just like that that basically like cloak and have protection on it. So I think that's them putting protection over your property.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think so too.
April, I am telling you, I get those all the time. Like,
Mm.
they're always around our property. It
It,
doesn't matter. I don't ever see them on anybody else's property but
It's
ours.
it's because your property's protected. That's just for starters. You know you guys are protected. They
Yeah,
are protecting you, and that's their protection shield. And I'm telling you right now that those keep showing up like that because that's either because they are on the ground and they are doing whatever it is that they do on your
right,
property, and they need to have that cloaking protection down, not just for you guys, but for them too.
right.
Because I
So,
get stuff like that all the time on mine too, so I know where you're coming from. Mine when I film it though, mine just looks like blurry air. It looks
yeah.
like you can see like figures and weird things in the
Oh,
air,
you
and
know
it
what? I get that all the time here, all the time.
Mm.
if you zoom
I
in,
think
it
it's
looks like a
so
bunch of
cool.
little bodies, doesn't it? It looks weird.
Yep.
Yeah, I need
And
to
then
get
I
that
get,
picture.
and then I get guys sitting in like this cube
Mm-hmm.
and they're floating around.
Yeah, those are the male fairies. They create these sparks and they make these little ships around themselves, and then they can be in them or on them, and they'll float around because they don't have male fairies don't have wings unless they're high up in the ranks of fairies, so they
Right.
don't have wings. So they create those little ships for them to glide. I cannot talk. Glide around in.
I think that was so cool. When I seen that, I was like, oh, check it out, man. This is so
Yeah.
cool. Is that
I've
what
got
you
them
do
looking
when you're
like little.
sleeping?
I've got them with them. They're like little poof balls around them. They look like they're riding around in like a cotton ball with little tiny arms
Yeah.
and heads coming out, but this big old round circle around them.
I asked Ray if he was doing that because when he's sleeping, he dreams that he's flying. I went, babe, you must be in one of them squares. I'm telling you.
And Rebecca Burke is asking. This is Encounters. She says, Commander, I asked a few weeks ago if they would come clean my land to make it fertile. Wow, everything. I think Rebecca's saying they did that. Is that correct, Rebecca? I believe that's what she's saying. She's got a smiley face with hearts. I think,
They
I
do
think that's
stuff
what she's
like that.
saying.
If they like you and you're respectful to them, and if you ask them, they will come and help you. They fed my chickens for a whole week. I didn't have to feed them because I was sick. They went out
Yeah.
there
Really?
and the chicken was fed and the lids were closed and everything. They went out there and
Mhm.
fed my chickens for me.
How cool is that?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's the respectfulness that we have with the different beings, the fairies, the mer people. If we have that respect and understanding, that's the relationship. Rebecca says, yes, beautiful green tomatoes, peppers, herbs, beans, flowers, everything. So they came and they did work with her land, and she's confirming all these beautiful things are happening. So yeah, just like what April was saying, if there's a respect and honoring, uh, that'll happen. And it's all about honoring and respecting our various friends, like the fairies and so forth.
And they want to help. They really do. The newer generational fairies want to start working with humans again. And after big contact happens, we're all going to be able to see them because they are coming out of the woodwork. That's what when I went to go meet with them in their dimension. When I went on the ship, that's what they told me. That's one thing they all the tribes sat down with me at a big table. We had a big meal, and they sat down and they talked to me about them wanting to come back out of the dimension and come back to Earth and start working with humans again to get because they're part of getting the Earth back on track and part of the cleanup part of that and getting things to grow naturally the way they should be. So that's going to be their part in this and in the new world.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing. What you're saying, April, is that every aspect of the connections between all our cosmic different types of beings, from our fairies to our cosmic family and so forth, everyone has a part to play. The humans here on Earth that are waking up, you all have a part to play in this grand, beautiful ascension. Basically, we're ascending into our cosmic self, and that's the most beautiful thing we can possibly ask for. Just it's time for us to go into that level of light that we've never been there before.
So April, fairies are jokesters, right?
Yes.
Okay, because you know what? They keep taking my remotes. So I have to keep telling them to put my remotes back. Like every time I turn around, they're gone.
With me, it's my hair combs. I have a favorite hair comb. They took that sucker for 3 months before they gave it back, and they thought it was hysterical that I was looking everywhere for it. They
Yeah.
just thought they were so funny.
Pepper Pie 345 says, "I didn't think they ate food, but the
They
fairies eat
they
food."
do eat food. They not all fairies will like eat it like how we do. They
Yeah.
sometimes they will just eat the energy from the food.
Oh, the energy.
So
Okay.
like if you say you put an M&M out and you come back, that M&M's still there, but it might feel like it's like wet or a little bit mushy. That's because they've eaten the energy out of that M&M. But they
Okay.
do love sweets. Don't get me wrong. They love their snacks. Did you
Oh,
see?
well, I'm going to have to take out a candy bar or something.
But they love snacks, trust me, especially if they can't get it out in nature and it's like a candy bar or M&Ms or something like that. They really, really like that stuff.
Sue was saying, "I hope they come and show us the right kind of way to be will all animals." I'm not sure I understand that comment. I hope they
I
will
think
come.
she's saying that we're all good with animals.
Yeah, I think so.
Like we're going to be together.
Oh,
Like,
and our environment. I think that's right.
yeah,
I think I know what you're
yeah.
saying, Sue. Yeah, with all animals. Yeah. May 1st is the fairies' holiday. Susan Straletta says May 1st is the fairies' holiday.
Because of the springtime, yes, they love
Springtime, yeah.
the spring is their absolute favorite time of the year, and that's when all the fairy babies are born is in the spring.
Oh, that's a
You
beautiful
know, it
thing.
got awfully busy here just recently.
On your property?
Yeah,
When you say busy, what do you
they
mean by
must have
that?
had their babies.
Oh, the
Yeah,
fairies.
Yeah, because
this is
it's really active here. Like,
this
I
is my
mean,
Anunnaki friend right here. This being right here.
yeah.
He can only fit his head through the rift in my house, but that's my Anunnaki friend Gan,
And he's the one that's 50 feet tall, right?
and he's 15 feet tall.
Oh,
You
15.
know, you
I
know
didn't
what?
think it was 50 feet tall. I said, that's
No,
too big.
no,
You
no,
know what?
15.
So Ray seen 15 feet tall monks. They look like monks, but
Hmm.
they must have been the Anunnaki. And
Hmm.
they were holding swords, like they had their arms folded and they were holding swords right in front of them.
They might have been Anunnaki guards, maybe
Yeah,
out there. I bet you they were out there for protection because of the regular Anunnaki were probably gathering or doing whatever it is that they do on your
Yeah,
property, and they probably had guards posted on the property, which is the ones with swords.
yeah.
that's what Ray was thinking too. But check it out. When him and Eddie went outside, it was like it made them giddy. Like they got so happy
These
by
guys
the
are
time they
funny.
came in.
These guys make me feel like that too. He is really funny, and he's kind of a smart butt. So he's got jokes. Like he got me to talk about the about toilet paper, and he wanted to know why we used what we used it for and why we and I was explaining this to him. Like this is a conversation like I never want to have again, but he made me explain this to him, and I was so embarrassed, and he kept asking me questions, and I thought he was being serious. Now, knowing him as I do, I know he was messing with me, but he had me explaining why we were throwing toilet paper away after we did what we did with it, and then we threw it into clean water, and then it went out to our oceans, and, you
Yeah.
know,
So
And
conversation I
April,
never
check
want to have
check this
again.
out. So Ray knows that they're like jokesters,
Hmm.
so he'll joke with them. Like he'll go outside and just start joking with them, like just talking to them. Hey guys.
um, and Hollywood says, are the Anunnaki scary when you first meet them? No, the reason why they're not scary because they're human like
No.
we are. They're taller. Gans is 15 feet tall versus me, who's 5'9" or 5'10". Very much human. No scariness whatsoever. Very much human in a beautiful way. The Anunnaki, just like our space family.
Mine
They
was
are
more
very
like a
beautiful.
stuffed
I've
cat.
seen them.
No scariness whatsoever.
No, they're
Nope.
they're really nice. Mine like came right up to me and met me, and he patted me on the head. But I'm short. I don't know why every space being I meet is either shushing me or patting me on the head. Uh, They're either shh or they're.
Right. They're saying, "Oh, April, you got so many questions. Could you just give us a minute to take one
Yeah.
question?"
Give me a second. Let me think about that.
Let me think about that, April. I'm a space being. I don't work that way.
I did. I was like, I was 20 minutes. I kept trying to think of everything that the commander would ask, like, oh,
Right. Yeah,
what are your
right, right.
thoughts on God and blah, blah, blah. And I was trying to ask all these smart questions. And he's just like, shh. Now I know to be myself. But like, he shushed me. Like, I got boinked in the head and shushed.
Oh my
Jesus
gosh.
did it to me. But he gifted me with something when he did it. But he was like, shh, like trying to, like, calm yourself, little
Right.
crazy lady.
Well, we're almost at 100,000. We're at 92.2.
Ooh.
And really, I appreciate everybody. We've had since 11 p.m. 8,000 people come in and view the show since 11 o'clock Eastern. That's a lot of people. 8,000? That's crazy. So I want to thank all 8,000 of you, even though you see the numbers saying 238. If you're looking at the beginning of our show, we've had people in here for a while at different segments of the show tonight, which reached up to 8,000 viewers. That's pretty crazy. Marlene,
Getting
thank you
That's
up
for the
there
cool though.
too.
roses.
You're getting up there quick. Come on,
That
everybody.
just
Tap, tap,
means
tap.
that just means everybody's waking up and coming in to see your show, Commander.
Yeah, that's right. And I'm very humble. No matter how popular the show gets, I'm still the same person I was when I first got on here. That's the difference between me and somebody who's egotistical. If I was egotistical, I'd say, now I would change my whole attitude. I'd say, I'm CmdrAleon. This is UFO spiritual. This is the number one spiritual UFO talk show. And I was a very humble person at one time. Now, because I'm so popular and gone to viral format here, I am now talking slightly different to April
Where did the
and
British
also to
accent
Mary.
come in?
And so I'm the new commander. I've decided I'm going to be more pompous and more egotistical in my programming here. I hope that I will show you how egotistical that the commander can be,
He
and
even got
also
the
so
nose up.
I'm going to be very intellectual. Is that the word intellectual? I'm going to try to be
That's the word.
intellectual. I'm going to try to be a logical minded human being. Did I say logical? Yes, I meant the word logical. Yes. I'm the new commander. I'm going to have Hollywood artists come here and
You're
puff
supposed
my
to
face up and make me look
shoot
good
my
on
shot
camera.
while you're talking.
Yes, I'm going to be that too, Marlene. I plan to be that too. Just kidding, folks. I hope never to be that way. No suits or ties for me. I just have to be free.
No, he's
That actually
about a
rhymed. No
tie
suits or
dye.
ties for me. I have to be free. There you go.
So,
And
Commander,
Commander's a poet and didn't know it.
Yeah, Mary.
you're gonna have to send me your email again since I put that video on Facebook. I
Yeah.
don't know if you got it though.
I'll give you. I'll send you my email in Messenger.
Okay, that'll
Unless
work.
you. Yeah, I'll send you in Messenger between now and tomorrow morning. I want
Okay.
to see that photo. I don't. When I get the spaceship photo, I'll put it up on my show tomorrow night. I'm trying to, you know, use those photos when we have you on the air. So to thank you for the lemonade. Thank you, Sue, and thank you for the
Yeah,
roses, Sue.
you might want to get that photo before it's gone.
Yeah, I want to
I
get it.
don't know if it's I don't
Can
know
you
if it's
write down
gonna
my email?
disappear.
If you write my email now, can you write it down? Do you have pen and paper? That
Not
that
right the
that's one
second.
of those primitive Earth-based things on Earth that you people should have. A pen and a piece of paper. Where I come from, we don't use pen and paper.
Right.
You know,
Let me
we don't
see if
use
I can find something. Hold on.
that. You know, but it's all good, folks. So this tonight has been a very, very laid back kind of show, and I just have to go with my energy tonight because it was just this way. Like I'm in this laid back mode, and it's a good show. And I'm just enjoying. Thank you, Karen, for the baseball cap. You know, plus we
Okay,
got.
Commander, I can't find one.
Don't worry about it. I'm gonna send a
You'll have to
message to you.
message me.
Message your consciousness now. You know my name
Message
is
your
Command.
consciousness. Can you hear what the commander's cooking?
You know my name is CmdrAleon, right?
Yeah.
Now, if you take CmdrAleon and put it together in lowercase words, and then after that put the @ symbol at AOL.com, it's CmdrAleon at AOL.com.
Oh, okay. I'll remember that.
See? I knew my space consciousness would work on
Thought
you.
you were gonna say something smart, like put it together and it spells tahar.
Yeah.
You thought I'd say that, didn't you? I can't believe I have 200 people that want to come on here and be guests. No, I'm just kidding you. I have Leroy and Heston Kajestan and Leroy. Could you folks tell us? We're getting kind of almost at 100,000. For those that want to be guests, I promise tomorrow night I will be doing more guests. It's getting kind of late. I do see the guest requests. Me and Leroy had an encounter. Okay, let's get you guys on here. And let's see. Okay. When you say you had an encounter, can you explain what the encounter was? Can you explain a little bit about, in the sense, what your encounter was? Me and Leroy had an encounter we would like to share. Okay, let's see here. What's going on? I'll tell you what, if you and Leroy could come on tomorrow night, you will be our first guest on, what's tomorrow, Tuesday? My Tuesday night show, we start at 11 o'clock in the evening. If you and Leroy are coming tomorrow night, I will have you on tomorrow night, and we'll have more time to really get into your encounters. So I'm suspecting you both know each other, and we'll bring you on tomorrow night on Tuesday, I promise, after 11 o'clock. Really. We'd be happy to have you on. We hit 100,000. Thank you, everybody, for doing that. We appreciate all the gifts. Definitely. We appreciate all the gifts to Friends with Fairies. You can send us some extra gifts. I appreciate it. Definitely send her a lot of gifts, April, because of all the stuff she's been going through. She's my friend. She's my sister. And I definitely want her to be, with everything she's had to go through, all the gifts you send her will be very loving Have to be unconditional, man, because any gift that's given is unconditional, right? There's no conditions on gifting to friends with fairies. So don't put any conditions on your gifts, folks.
Thank
Show
you.
your support, show your love. That's what we're here to do, right? Love each other, and it'll help her a great deal. The gifts you give her, every little bit will help her. Every little bit. Plus, she's coming down here in May on the 25th. She'll be here like slightly before that, and we're all going to be here. And we will do a live in the apple orchard. I just haven't posted anything yet about that, but we will go live. And we're going to have our whole Ashtar Command crew in the field.
Thank you.
This orchard is so beautiful. The energy that, and we've never ever during apple season, we've never touched an apple on any of the apple trees. That shows you how good we are, you know. Plus, I know the owner of the apple orchard, and he knows that we do what we do, and he's really kind of interested in what we do. He doesn't come out, but he knows we're looking out there to our space, and it's a beautiful thing. So we've had 230 people. Everybody follow each other. One of the things I have always said from the beginning, the first day I got on TikTok with the show, is everybody follows each other. Everybody loves each other, and we all help each other. And so this is not your typical UFO talk show. We don't talk nuts and bolts or how was the metal made or whatever. That's immaterial. We get into
Thank you,
the
love for
spiritual
peace.
dimensions of this, right? I know that Mary knows it, Ray knows it. I mean, of course, April knows it. I know it. And many of you who watch know the show, who've become friends of the show, part of the tribe, so to speak. You know it. And, it's just, it feels good,
And Ray
knowing
would
that,
have been on tonight, but
yeah,
I think they're giving him so many downloads that he has to sleep because he's
yeah,
sleeping a lot.
yeah,
So, and I don't
yeah.
know if he disappeared the other night or not. So, because I
Who
wasn't
disappeared?
awake.
Oh, what, did Ray went on the ship or not?
Yeah, I don't know if he did or not, and he doesn't remember. I
He
don't know if
probably
they're
did.
not having him remember because they're not ready to have him remember or what.
It's hard to
You know
say.
what I
I
mean?
mean, I'm not really sure how to answer that, to tell you the truth. I think it might be that he's not ready to remember it. But I think if he's not been on the ship yet, I think they're getting him ready to go on the ship.
I think he has because when I take pictures of him outside, he goes transparent, like
Really?
almost invisible all the
It sounds
time.
like he's going in through a galactic opening.
Yep,
If he's transparent,
exactly.
that would make sense. Seriously, I think he's going through an opening of some sort. So that makes perfectly good sense. You know?
And I
Yeah.
don't know what it is, but every time, like if he's outside at night, they
Hmm.
just run for him. It seems like anything that is outside, anything paranormal or our friends or our fairies or whatever, they seem to come a lot closer when Ray's outside.
He's like a magnet,
Yeah,
essentially. Yeah, like a magnet. That's interesting.
yeah.
Does he understand why that's happening?
I think he does, but he's not too sure yet. But
All
I
right, and
seriously
that's
think he
okay. I
knows
mean,
exactly what's happening because I've had people asking me questions on my site, about stuff, and Ray
mhm.
keeps telling me, look, just let them know they're just here for love and light. They just want to help us. They don't want to hurt
Oh
us, nothing
wow.
like that.
There's
So,
there's Mary. There's oh, look at that doggy wuggy. Look at
how
that doggy
cute.
wuggy.
This was what all that racket was. She was mad
The
because she
dog.
wanted to come
That
in here.
She wanted to be on TV. She's now an encounter doggy wuggy. I have a cat, so I talk kind of. But when I talk about pets, when I see a dog, I say doggy wuggy, especially that one. That's a doggy wuggy.
She definitely is not happy unless she's on the screen. She does it to
Yeah,
me all the time. She has to
she's
leave
gonna be
right behind the
famous.
phone.
Yeah, you're gonna be famous, dog. She's so famous now. She's on the show Encounters. Only
You know
where,
what's
and that's
funny? So, Eddie gets really shy if I try to film him or take a picture of him. It's almost like he's just totally shy. I swear to God, he was a human before we met him.
My older dog is like that. He
I
keeps turning
swear.
his head. He won't let you take a picture of him. He gets all attitude. This one
Yeah.
Yeah.
loves being on film.
My cat, she's a ragdoll. She will fall over folks, and then they go limp. When you pick them up, they go limp. That's the characteristic of the cat. And she's on the ground. She goes, shows her belly. I take some pictures. She likes that. She loves the pictures. Very cool. Well, it's now 1:33, so I think it's been a great show tonight. It's what it was supposed to be. And I want to thank, definitely Mary for coming on from the Appalachian Mountains at the space base up there, which it is, with the Anunnaki. My dear friend, Sister April, who just came back off ship for her 14th journey. And I'm not predicting tonight any journeys because I'm not getting anything. But I think she needs time to relax from being on the ship for, the time she's been on the ship. And also get ready, folks, May 25th. May 20, what was that? May 20, I missed it. May 25th, we have our gathering in the apple orchard field. If you're interested in attending, my main page here on YouTube, not on YouTube, on TikTok, there's information how you can email me if you're in New England and want to participate. You must come in a center of love frequency in Christ consciousness and not be afraid of anything. Everyone has to be in the same energy level. The synergy of energy has to be. And Jenny's in Hawaii. Yes, yes, yes. So we'll let you know more about the 25th as we get closer to it. That will be a really beautiful night. And we're going to have our team together. And who knows what's going to happen. So, Mary, take care. Have a great night. Thanks for coming on in the Appalachians. And
Thank you so
any
much.
last words, Mary? And then I'll turn it over to April.
I'm out of here,
Thank
guys.
you so much.
You guys have a
I
great
really
night.
much appreciate it.
Yeah, it's time to go to sleep, everybody.
Yeah,
And
I'm
some
pretty
of you are
beat.
probably not going to go to sleep if you're on the West Coast or out in the Pacific. Have a great afternoon or evening. We on the East Coast are going to go to sleep. Take care, everybody. You've been
I
watching
think I'm going to go
Encounters.
live.
Who's
I
going
can't
live?
sleep.
Okay. Half Pint's going to go live. I'm going to sleep. We'll catch you all tomorrow night. Take care, everybody. Let me just do this. Can I do this? Let's see. Here we go.